it.
Happy New Year!
Okay,
sorry.
sorry guys. I've did this like 3 times in a row now where I've did the 30 seconds like 2 or 3 times.
If you do it again, I'm leaving.
It's kind of stressful. It's like this countdown that doesn't happen. You're like,
I
okay.
did it twice.
What the fuck,
I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I was vibing with the countdown. I was like,
No.
5, 4, 3.
How is everybody doing?
What?
This
Happy New Year!
is a whole different setup for me, dude. It's like kind of smaller. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it's so wow, RYARYAN. Did you get that shit figured out? Oh, there we go.
Seems to be working cool though. Like, seems to be alright. You guys like this setup?
Yeah.
So what's going on in y'all's world?
Man, just we were just chilling. Actually,
Do I have
I
to
don't
listen to
know.
this music?
What's going on in my world? Well, like I said yesterday, I just found out I'm gonna be an uncle.
Congratulations! Is it a boy or a girl?
Girl.
Okay, good. Because boys
Okay.
suck.
Yeah. Ryan's muted. No, he's not.
Get the figure it out, old man.
Ryan,
Like,
your mic's
you
fucked
click
again.
on
you
mute
fuck.
the microphone thing with the slash in it. Click that.
So, for those that don't understand, Ryan can never get it right. So he'll be on and off all night long because he gets it wrong. 9 out of 10. He's great addition to the show. He just when he makes it, he's like one of those people that just comes and goes as pleases. You know.
Well,
It's
congrats
great.
to being an uncle, and especially to a girl because it's like dubs. Like, congrats, you brought another amazing woman into the world.
Yeah, that'll
Period.
be interesting. That'll be
I don't see what
interesting.
people are saying.
Huh?
You go here to comments to the right instead of private chat. It says Ryan's muted. So you say private chat.
He
is where we
wasn't
get to, like,
muted, dude.
hi.
He was
Then we go to comments. I'll say hi.
he just didn't turn his mic on. So, dude, last night we started off
Does that
doing
make
like
sense?
some news stories and
You
stuff,
see it?
right?
Yeah.
Last night we started doing some news stories and all that shit. It's at the very beginning, Dick. And it turned right so bad. Like it turned into like I think I should probably change the title to like
You can't hear anything.
adult only type shit. Like we were talking crazy talk last night. We had Kristen on and we were doing like all types of dude, the chat was just on one last night.
Underscore
We were doing a
Devo
lot
said
of
they can't hear anything.
scenarios.
Do you got the thing?
No, you couldn't hear anything because he had his mic all fucked up. I didn't
Okay.
have it muted. He needs to fix it. Gary, I'll present it again. You guys are worthless. I swear to you not.
If I just copy this link right now and send it to them, will that be fine?
You would think, but here it is. There's the link, Gary. I hope it works. This is a new like a whole new streaming platform, but it should work. If not, the very first one will that I posted up in there. Anyways, So what kind of shit did you find anything at Lexi? I'm trying to see what I got news wise in my little setup.
News wise.
Yeah.
We could talk about Italian brain rot
What is that?
on TikTok. Cappuccino ballerina. Are
Talk to
you
me,
on
bro.
the side of tongue tongue, or are you on the side of like the crocodile? Crocodile. I'm sorry, if you're not TikToking, you'll be fluent in goods. It makes no sense.
Discord is the only social media I have, unfortunately.
You're the one guy.
Yeah, so I don't know.
To me every day.
So I'm over here looking at some shit. Let's see what the comments are saying.
In the meantime, while we're just like your life.
In the meantime, so yeah, like
Private
I was
friend.
saying last night.
Bombadillo, crocodile. Thank you, Rob. I was trying to fucking find out what the next thing was. See, there's people on Italian brain rot right now on TikTok. Like, you have to be a TikTok person to understand, and that's where all this shit is at. What's up from Chi-Town? What's up?
What's up, E86? How you doing?
Hit the
Here's
like,
Nate.
yeah.
It
Hey,
won't
got
do
in
my
buddies.
trouble.
heart here, will it?
Hey, buddies. How you doing?
What's
It
up, E?
won't.
How you
It
doing,
won't
bro,
do
man?
it here. No.
Hey, my calves are about to fuck some shit up tomorrow, E. You ready for that shit? I know you ready to see them fuck some shit up? I know you are. What's up, Rob? How you doing, man? How you do, bro? What's up, Gary? Tell us something.
I'm just popping in to say what's up, buddies.
Well, no
I'm just
shit.
yapping too.
I want a story. Who's got a good story? Yesterday, I put everybody on the spot. I tried to get stories out of people, and then next thing you know, we were doing scenarios and it got really dirty and fucked. It went right real quick.
I like scary stories. Maybe we should like scary short stories.
Scary stories always work.
Zod, do you know any scary stories? I bet you do. Yeah, man, the Cavs are gonna
What's
walk
that
on the
supposed to mean?
Pacers tomorrow. E, I hope so, bro. I hope so. I can't wait.
I have one scary story,
Tell us your scary story.
but
Let me
it's
turn
not
off
like
this
a,
music. Let me
it's
turn
like
off
an
this music.
experience.
I grew up in a haunted house. How about wait? That's a great way to segue. So, like, does any of us ever actually experience like a ghostly, scary experience?
Yeah.
I have. I grew up in a haunted
Ryan
house.
would be good for this, wherever he's at.
You grew up in a haunted house.
Okay, I'll start. Thank you. So, I have a twin brother and an older sister, and we all grew up with our single mom, and we're in Florida. So, in this home that we were renting at the time, we all had our own little room. Like, my older sister had her room, I had my room, and my twin brother had his own room. Like, I don't know, it was like always was doing good right at the time. And so I was sleeping one day, and I'm sorry, it's scary. It's scary to think about. So I was sitting there sleeping, and I had my little Disney Princess pink TV on. It was playing George Lopez, and my mom came in and turned it off. You know, like the
It was playing
dun,
George
dun,
Lopez.
you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Okay. So she turned that shit off, and then she went to bed, and I'm laying there trying to go to sleep, right? And they're like, shh. And I'm like, thinking it's my mom, and I'm like, I'm trying to sleep, and I'm like, they're like, and I'm like, I'm trying. And then I'm like, they're like, shut up! They like yelled at me, and then I ran to my mom's room, and she was fucking asleep, and my sister and my brother were both asleep in their room. So like, that was mine. But that aside, my twin brother in his room, he'd have his little toys because I guess there's a kid that died in our house. His toys like float up and like move across the room. So I'm just saying, like, I didn't
What?
see that
Wait,
personally.
hold on, Lex.
Mm.
You said that you actually like you saw personally toys move.
No, my twin brother did, but I'm saying like I heard ghosts, like I heard actual fucking people speak to me, like the actual ghosts speak to me.
Like you
I'm
did you hear
dead
him
ass
laugh
serious.
or
I'm dead ass
something or
serious. I'm
something?
not fucking joking.
No,
Like
no, I hear
I
you. I've heard him laugh. I've heard like laughs from ghosts and like
I grew up in a haunted house, like for a
I
very
did for a minute.
for a
I
period of
did
like
for a
two
minute.
years, and
I'm sure
like
you
to this
did.
day, to this day, I think that shit is fucking real because
He said
anyway.
the resurrection of Mary Legend of Archer Avenue in Chicago. Legend has it
Okay, you guys are
she's a
talking.
lady that would get picked up by a cab driver. Random people driving by a dark mist road would lead them to a cemetery.
What in
Look
the
her
first
up.
episode of Supernatural?
That's like from Nickelodeon
It's literally
something.
that
So
first episode of Supernatural. I swear to God.
That was a
I'm talking
good
about some real ass shit that I actually lived
that
through,
was a good
dude.
show though.
that was an
And it's a good
underrated
ass
show,
show, but I'm
dude. That
telling you,
was
like, I was actually there. Like, I actually lived through it. I'm not explaining it well, but I'm telling you, like, that's the only reason I actually believe that shit because I mean, I saw things, and my two siblings that were way more logical than I am also saw things. But I'm talking
imagine
about
that.
my personal experience. My personal experience, like, I don't know.
Gary, you
That's
can't
it.
tell me you haven't had a ghost experience.
Dude, I've had a couple of weird experiences, but I can't explain them.
Oh,
Okay,
yes, you
so I just
can.
did try. I tried. Like,
Let's do this shit.
anybody else on
Tell us,
here?
tell us one of your ghosts. Like,
I
there's
mean,
never been a
it's not.
time you've been scared or anything like that.
Oh, I was scared, but it's not very. It's not a good. It's not like a story that's going to impress you. You know what I mean?
Okay, Steven Spielberg. Let's try it.
Okay, I'll continue commenting then. So you guys remember Chucky, right?
Yeah, by all means. Like I say,
So
everything's about
yeah,
you.
well, fuck yeah, nothing to say. You know everything Comic-Con. So
Everything's
I
about
remember
you,
Chucky,
Lexi.
right? So my mom, my older sister, she had like these glass china dolls, and it was like a collection. You collect all these dolls,
Go to.
like, and that's the year like I was growing up that you saw Chucky, and I'm like, oh my god, these fucking dolls, like, and
Right
she
now,
had them all set up on a shelf, looking at me, these glass dolls. And
Looking at
I
you.
would lay there in my bed, like looking at them as a little kid, like, what the fuck? Why are they all looking at me? And like just like eyeballing. I'm like, which one of you is gonna move? Are any of you gonna move? But I swear to God,
Oh, they're all gonna
this
move.
one's separate. This one's separate. This one's separate. But I swear to God, they moved. They started looking at me. Like I swear they like one of them blinked at me, and one of them moved their head a little bit, and I'm like,
One of them blinked at you.
one of them like, and they don't even have the ability to blink. Like
Dolls can't blink.
the China dolls could.
No, they
The little
can't.
back in the day. Back in the day, the China
I
dolls.
know. All right, fair enough. I know. Yeah, they can
All right,
blink.
sorry.
All
I'm
right.
sorry to say it, but I'm telling you, that's fucking real.
Yeah, they can.
Sorry, I'm sorry to say it, but I'm telling you, that's fucking real.
it should be.
Marley sounds like he's getting a little wound up there.
Sorry, guys. The
Sorry,
link
y'all.
should be pinned now for sure. I pinned the link for anybody that wants to come up. It should be pinned. I did it.
Scott saw the Holy Spirit in a porta john. It's funny.
So Gary, what were you gonna say, Scott, about your fucking? What'd you see?
I didn't see anything, dude. I like. It's not an impressive story, dude. I don't even want to tell it.
Alright. You don't gotta tell it if you don't want to fucking tell it. I mean, I remember one time like having my friend spending the night, and we had this ghost. It was this little girl that was downstairs. I swear to you, she was scary as shit. And we could hear her laughing and shit from downstairs. And that shit had we were both scared as shit. And it was like not just like once or twice, but a whole bunch of times. Like,
All right, you know what, Tim? I will say it. Fuck it. I was passed out on the couch, and I woke up out of a fucking dead sleep to like an old school phone ringing. You remember the old school phones? You know what I'm saying? Like a rotary style phone, dude.
yeah.
Like the regular fucking ringtone, but it was really fucking loud, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on here?" And it seemed like somebody was in here with me. I could be wrong, but that's what it felt like.
Damn.
Scary.
Damn.
You know, when they
Yes.
talk to other people, I hear like I keep seeing people comment like they want to comment, like let somebody else
Ghost
jump in and tell their
Critical
story.
Rick said
That'd be a
ghosts are
cool
physically.
segue. I know we've all had like some weird ass shit. Like
I mean, there's been other times like in the
Zaza, you
middle
don't have any
of the
scary
night.
stories? You definitely gotta have a scary story. Of all the people, Zaza, you would have to have something creepy. No? Oh, look,
I'm talking
we
about
got
like dead
Dickhead
ass, like
Ryan
for
down here.
reals,
Look who
for
decides to get back
realsies.
on the
I've been
stage.
sitting in the fucking waiting room for 25 minutes.
I
Fucking
couldn't
Okay,
see
tell
fag.
us
halfway
about your
down there,
fucking
dude.
scary story, dude.
Ryan doesn't have scary stories. He wants whole episodes for his stories.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can tell
I
you
want to
bits and
say been
pieces.
attacked by a sleep
I
demon.
want to
I
hear the
would just
rest of
say
Scott.
being like paralyzed, where you can't move in your sleep by a
So
demon.
you've
Critical
had
risk.
sleep
Sleep
paralysis.
paralysis.
Yeah.
What happened?
It's scary.
Ryan, have you had
What?
sleep paralysis?
What, Ryan?
Yeah,
What?
yeah, I can't sleep
We
on
need
my.
to send the link so other people
I
can
can't
come in
sleep
and
on my back
share the story.
anymore. I used to sleep with my hands behind my head, like this. I used to sleep like that, and if every time I sleep like that, I wake up and I'm. Sleep paralysis is scary when you can't move and you're looking around and you're going, what the fuck is
Hey,
holding
dude.
me?
Hey,
What's
you know
holding me
what? That's
down?
funny. That's funny you brought that up because I have had an experience like
There
that
you
where
go.
I was awake, but I couldn't breathe, and I felt like there was this thing on top of me.
On top of you, yeah, like a demon. They're
Yeah,
a
exactly. Like
sleep paralysis demon. Yeah.
it was a succubus, Ryan, is what it was. And she didn't even give me her phone number.
Yeah.
I know he's going left. I know he's going
I
left.
love
But
that
like,
girl.
I really am serious. I really am being
At
serious.
least you
I'm
got
telling you,
laid.
that shit's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
No, I
I
didn't get
you're
laid.
experiencing it.
How do you know?
Well, I don't know, but
You don't.
Sleep paralysis, that's what people call
You got
sleep
raped
demons.
in your
Yeah.
hard in your sleep.
There's like
I got
multiple different sleep demons.
Yeah.
There's
you know what's
multiple
even
I,
weirder about it? When it
I can
happened, I
pull
was
them
in the
up.
basement of a house, so I was underground. I
In
swear,
Florida,
dude, I
in
swear to
Florida, we don't
God,
have
buddy.
basements. We only have attics. So
No,
luckily I've never had to do with that.
I was at my
remember
buddy's house waiting to go to work, and he wasn't ready to go, so I fell asleep on the couch. Next thing you know, I'm somewhat awake and somewhat not awake, and there's this chick fucking me.
all right.
I think that sounds like trauma.
Keep on going. Keep
And
on
Sounds
going.
like a
Tell the
sucker
rest.
to
sounds
me.
like a little bit of a
Or
trauma
no,
for
Actually,
like
I mean, to be
sleep.
honest,
honestly,
if
it
I'm being
probably sounds like
honest,
incubus.
she wasn't fucking me. She was just keeping me from breathing. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you, bud?
She was just joking you, buddy, trying to get you
Yeah,
off.
she was just choking me, and I'm like, "What did I ever do to you, you fucking asshole?"
All right, so here we go. Here we go, guys. This is what we got here.
Hey,
As
alien.
far as sleep demons go, what's up, alienated? How you doing, brother? As far as sleep demons go, this is what I found.
Well, not even that, just dreams. Like we could transition from
Well,
it being like
Oh
it
God,
was
I don't
like
want
a
to talk about
dream.
dreams, dude.
here's a list of some common sleep demons. There's the incubus, which is described as a male figure sitting on your chest or exerting
That's what I
pressure,
told Scotty's guy.
That's what she was doing,
sometimes
dude.
associated with feelings of suffocation or being held down.
That's
Right?
the
That's
male.
exactly what happened, bro.
Exactly the
That's what I
male.
like to do to men.
You're saying that a male sat on your chest.
This one's
No, I
always
didn't.
creepy.
No,
This
it was
one
a
creeps
chick.
me out. This one creeps
Thank
me out.
God.
This is the one I think he's talking about. This one's the old hag, a demonic-looking figure, sometimes resembling an old woman that appears in the room and may be associated with the sensation of being strangled or suffocated. They say that she hovers over you and sucks your breath out.
Guys, I'm alone.
That's what she did.
I'm really not trying to like scare myself to sleep.
You started this. You said let's go scary stories.
I was talking about ghost experiences,
You
and then they're
started
talking
it.
about sleep paralysis, and I'm like, hey, maybe we should just transition to dreams. Like, maybe
No,
we should just
we-
switch the
no,
subject
No,
because
no, we
now
definitely
I'm
shouldn't.
all,
Finish this
I'm
out.
all alone.
You'll
I'm
be
scared.
okay. I promise you'll be okay. You'll be
Yeah.
okay.
Hey, Scott, we found your woman.
All right. I'll just say him. I won't
That old
say
hag.
you got the Hat Man, you got the Shadow.
She
Keeper,
wasn't an old
you got
hag,
the
dude.
Hellhounds, the Witch, Spiders, Black Wolf, Mara, Jinn, the Jinn, which is the Islamic, like basically fallen angel type deal.
So what
Lilith.
explains the fucking my brother's toys fucking floating in the sky and me being told to shut the fuck up by something after George Lopez was playing my Princess TV?
George Lopez ain't got shit to do with this,
Lopez.
Lexi.
Hey,
It's not my fault. It's not my fault that that's what was playing.
Lexi, I heard what you said. I grew up in a haunted house too.
God,
I'm
Steven
telling
took a
you. I know it
steamy.
sounds silly. I know it sounds silly. I'm trying to make a joke
You
out of
hear
it, but I'm
that, dude?
swearing.
You
What?
said your demon took a steamy shit on your chest. Dog.
Yeah.
No, he said Scott's demon.
No,
He said
no, 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 no.
Scott's demon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Scott's
that's who I was talking to. Scott's demon.
God,
Scott's
you know you
demon.
got shitted
Took a
on, buddy.
steamy shit on his chest. My
You got
demon
ghost shitted
told me to shut the
speaking
fuck
No.
up,
of
and I
getting shitted on.
Well,
Speaking of getting shitted
I
on, I'm
am
gonna try to
not
expose
fucking
these two
saying
bastards.
anything to neglect the
on.
dead. Okay.
you know what? I'll tell
Leave
you
me
something.
Got
I'll
shit.
tell you
Alright,
something right
Rob.
now.
Here, dude. The link is at the very beginning of the chat. I'll put
Lexi,
another
pull
one right
yourself
No,
here.
it's
together.
not. You can't reach the beginning of the chat. It's not there. I've tried.
Scared.
I've tried for 20 minutes.
Okay, how about this? How about
Lex,
this?
no, Zaza had to send something. Where is
Rob
he?
said, "Let me in." People are trying to get in, dude.
I know I'm trying to get him in. I don't know.
Zaza got out of here? Oh,
Yeah.
how
Did you
dare
get
her.
it?
I'm scared.
How dare
So,
her?
anyways, I stopped talking about it. I didn't even continue. So let's talk about dreams. What do you feel dreams are? Where do you think we go?
They're not dreams.
What's
They're
some crazy
nightmares,
dreams?
bro.
Do you guys anybody have let's go like this. Does anybody have reoccurring dreams?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
dreams
yeah.
that constantly happen.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
No.
Tim, tell us your reoccurring dreams.
Well,
One of them.
I always have the same setting where I'm on college campus, but somehow I'm still in Cleveland, and I'm always lost going from house to house, like in Akron, and I'm always looking for some shit, and then I don't know, it's just always the same setting, same scenario, always happens all the time. When I was a kid, I used to have one that would last forever. And it's sometimes you forget if you're even which one's real. at some point, dude.
That's fine.
Sean, what up, G? What up, brother, man?
I have several, so I don't want to like jump
Swizzy.
in. How
Go
about
for it.
but I can tell you one of my main ones is there's this bridge here in Jacksonville, Florida, where it's called the Buckman Bridge. And it's not even one of those bridges that like go up like this. What are they called? Like toll bridges? Maybe not. Like they go like this, but they go like this. The bridges that open up. It's
Mhm.
not one of those, but for some reason in my dream, the same bridge like opens up sometimes, and like the bridge is like this, and then I'm on my car and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna make it. And like sometimes I make it and sometimes I don't. And when I don't make it, like, and I crash, like the dream keeps going on. Like it's like where I'm trying to like I get out the car and I'm like swimming to the shore, and like I'm just telling you, it's just so weird because sometimes I do make it and like I don't think about it ever again. But then if I don't make it, the whole rest of my dream is about how I survive not getting over this bridge. And it's all the time. So I'm scared to go on that bridge. Like,
I mean,
Oh,
fuck that
man.
who do
bridge.
you
Can
think
I
you
go
are?
next?
Fuck
That
that
bridge.
bridge, Lexi.
Can I
Don't
go
Fuck
go
next?
that
to that bridge.
bridge.
Don't
No,
go to
fuck
that bridge.
that bridge, dude.
Fuck
Fuck
that
that
bridge.
bridge. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The link's
What are you?
not doing anything. Here, let's
Ryan,
try
I
it
pick
again.
you.
How'd you
Tell
get in,
us
Rob?
yours. All right, Ryan
Ryan,
has his reoccurring dream. Go.
How'd you get in, Rob?
very
No,
carefully.
See,
That's how he got in.
I'm
Ryan
I'm
wants to
just
give his dream.
Go ahead, Rob.
No,
I was
Ryan, give
just
us your
saying I got too
dream.
much aura.
Oh.
Maybe that's how I appeared in here.
No,
You
no,
I
no.
have so
We're
much
trying
aura
to figure
behind
out
you.
Alienated wants to get in. He has crazy dreams
Okay.
to tell us. I remember.
Let's,
Ryan,
can I go and tell my reoccurring?
no, Ryan, I don't want
No.
to hear about
How
Pick
about
your
no,
Ryan. I
Ryan?
pick
dreams,
Ryan. I
dude.
pick Ryan.
How about
Fine,
no?
Ryan, you can go. Ryan can go.
All right. Thank God. No, I have this reoccurring dream where I have this fucking bag of Coke. It's like this fucking big, man.
No.
I'm
No.
running
No,
around.
you don't.
Listen,
No.
this is my dream. I'm running around and I'm going to room. This is like a mansion, right?
Nope.
And I'm running from room to room, and I
Nope.
just want to bust out a line. Just try and fucking do. I mean, this is from 20 years of fucking goddamn kid in my head. And
How about no?
the dreams won't go away. Now it's like, and I go into this room, and as soon as I get fucking ready to get a bump or something, my dad pops in, or my mom, or
Your
my
dad
brother.
pops
So then
in.
I gotta fucking
Is
run
that
to
what he
another
did?
room. Now I'm going room. Now
You
I run to room 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 to room, all fucking dream, just trying to blow
Your
one
dad
fucking line.
pops in.
And I finally, and when I finally get to fucking, I'm like, finally, I fucking lay out this big rail, right? And I'm fucking going, as soon as I get to fucking blow it, bam, I wake up and I'm like, you motherfucker, put back my goddamn dream just for a second, please.
Nope. Nope.
It happens
Just no.
every time. So
Damn, I thought you were gonna
it's
say
like
something good.
God
I
saying,
thought
don't
you were
do
gonna say something
cocaine.
good.
Dude,
I take it all back.
That was
I'm
No,
never
he's
calling on you again.
no. He was saying, "Don't do cocaine without me." That's
Yeah.
what he was
okay.
saying.
So Rob, what's your reoccurring dream? Do you have any? Do you have any crazy dreams or reoccurring dreams or anything?
One I have quite often is I'm just like in a field with two revolvers that just have unlimited ammo, and I'm just shooting everything in fucking sight.
Revolvers only hold like
When
what,
you say
5 or
everything
6
inside,
bullets.
what is it? What is it?
Just like any person, any animal, any building, any whatever. I'm just shooting everything like I'm in a fucking video
Damn,
game.
you're like fucking. You're like.
Are you okay, buddy? Are you all right?
I'm like
Two
Tommy
guns.
Two Pistols or some shit. I don't know.
1, 3.
Okay, to keep us back on topic, you fucking dumbasses.
Fuck
I mean,
you,
you
Lexi.
freaking silly
Fuck
friends.
you,
I
motherfucker.
was gonna say, I have a
Keep us-
dream constantly that my teeth fall out. Like, you guys don't have that dream? Like my teeth
Yeah,
That's what
fall
I used
out.
common.
You
A
get
lot of
like
people have that dream. Yeah.
there's a
it's
meaning for
supposed to
that.
be a
Hold on.
thing. It's
Hold
Yeah,
on.
supposed
it's,
to
it is
what
a
I
thing.
looked up or what I researched is that it means that sorry, like there's a change coming. There's like a big change in your life coming. Is
If
what
your
that
teeth
means.
fall out, there's a
Uh,
change coming.
No, well, I
That's
have
what
all
you're
my
saying.
teeth. I have all my teeth, but I'm saying it feels like
okay.
in the
It
dream it's always
says here.
constant.
It
It means
says
well, like
here.
there's
Hold
a
on.
big change coming in your life, and like that's what it is. But in my dream, for some reason, when I take them out, like they grow back, so I get the fuck over it in my dream. I'm like, oh my god, my teeth are falling out. Oh, they grow back like a shark.
Yep. All
It
right, Tim.
says
Let's go.
here. It
Did you
says here
say
that
shark?
dreaming about teeth falling out is a very common dream with various possible interpretations, often linked to feelings of powerlessness, anxiety, or need for a change in life, like she said. These dreams can also reflect concern about self-esteem, fear, or loss of even underlying emotional pain or trauma. I've personally had it
Well,
happen to
I'm
me.
traumatized, so that's
Well,
probably
I
right.
it happened to me, so it's like, I think we've all had it happen. So, you
But
know,
mine's like a constant. That the bridge dream, like,
what
and
is I
making it or
wonder
not
I'm about to
making it.
look up what a bridge dream means, dude. I
Like
want to know
I'm
what it
telling you, like sometimes the bridge is connected, even though this bridge is a solid bridge. Like it doesn't even go up like this. That's what's so crazy. But like this bridge in my head, like sometimes I don't know, like the most common bridge that you have in your head. And like yeah, well, this somebody commented I had a dream several times where I could jump and it would be scary high. It was terrifying coming
Can you
back down to
guys
the ground.
You should go to that.
Have you ever had the dream where you were falling and you like woke up like
Yep.
can
Yeah,
you
I've
mid-fall?
jumped
guys
in on
see
volcanoes and I'm like, ah, and then I wake up.
Nobody,
can you
nobody,
guys see
nobody
my
said shit about a
screen?
It's, well, no, it's
volcano,
funny you
dude.
said that, and I'd love to say something, but Tim,
I
Can you guys see my screen?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says dreaming about a bridge often symbolizes passage, transition, and change, signifying a journey from one state to another, often a higher one. It can represent the end of one cycle and the beginning of a new one, or the link between what's perceived and what's beyond perception. The specific meaning can also be influenced by the state of the bridge, broken, sturdy, under construction, and how it's being used in the dream. So it elaborates more about the passage.
can I talk about my dream last night?
Sure.
No, you may not.
So wait,
My
what
dream
was
last
yours
night was
normally? Was it
crazy.
your hold on, real fast. What was yours? Yours was like broken or collapsed or something?
No. So what sometimes it's just a normal bridge and like going over it. And then sometimes I have the dream and like it's like a toll bridge, I guess. Maybe toll bridge, maybe not, but like where it goes up and like sometimes I'll stop before the bridge goes. But sometimes I'll have the dream and sometimes I'll be like, fuck it, I'm gonna go and I'm you know, like go over it and I'll make it and sometimes I won't. And then sometimes it's like the bridge for some reason is really high up and like my car will try to go, but like the momentum that you built up from going up, trying to go up um the thing isn't enough and then you go back and you die or like um it's I don't know why it's so many times a
You
bridge.
die in your dream?
Yeah, but I wake up
What?
sometimes
It says here
Like,
the
see, like, see, you're in Florida, right?
and it's all flat.
No, it's not. Were you going over the Courtney Campbell Causeway Bridge? Is that what you were doing?
I'm just trying to tell you specifically what happened in my dream. But I can tell you what happened last night, and maybe you guys can help interpret it.
Okay.
Unless you want to talk more about that one.
I already took it down.
Last night was super scary. Last night was super scary because I had this dream that anytime you faced your trauma, no matter what it was, like so it's like think Hunger Games, but like you and a group of I don't know why I can remember it. You and a group of people were going to battle. So instead of Hunger Games, it was like you get one chance to go with a group of people, and the whole goal is to win. If you don't win, you die. But
I know all
if
about
we're gameplay, it's the most fun to say thank you, Critical Rick. Sarah's reading the comments, but there's levels to it. There's levels to it. So the first level was you climb through a tunnel, kind of like cave diving. It's so weird. Cave diving where you're like kind of crawling through, you get there. There's a timer. So if you don't make it down the end of this slide after climbing in there, sitting there, and coming back, then you die, like they kill you. And then after that you go to a I'm thinking. Then you go to I want to say dodgeball. Dodgeball is probably not the right way to put it, but this is the way my brain made level 2. So level 1 was you like cave dive through this shit, come back out, and then level 2 is it's like dodgeball, and if you die, you die there, and you have to get there before like you come straight out. So there's no like time in between. So after you come down that slide, you have to get immediately to the next round somewhere. I can't believe you guys are still letting me talk about this because this is crazy. But then
I don't
you
want to let you talk about this because it doesn't make any
I
sense, dude.
fuck, I'm sorry. In my head it makes sense. Let me
Don't
stop.
fuck
Let me
it
stop.
up. She was cooking Gary.
I'm just
White.
fucking with you, buddy. Go ahead and finish.
So after you get out of that first level of
And
whatever
remember,
I said, coming down the slide, and then you go
Yep.
to cave diving. You're like cave diving through. Fuck, you fucked me up, fucking Gary. Damn, it was such a.
What?
I'm telling you, this could be like a whole series, movie ass shit. Um,
Finish your story,
can
dude.
somebody
I
tell
want
me
to
where the
know what
fuck I
it's
was
like.
at?
Can
Can
I
somebody
ask
tell me where the
Gary?
fuck I was at? Oh yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask Gary a question?
You were
What was
talking about cave diving and some other
bro,
kind of crazy
bro, what
shit.
was the 80s like, bro?
let her cook, man.
What was the
Yeah,
fuck
get
up?
on the goddamn stove, son, and fucking cook.
All
I
right,
had a good ass story going on, but
bring her down.
There we go. I thought she forgot, so I didn't want to like make her feel. That's
I
why
did, I did, I did, I did, I did. I'm just trying to circle it back. So I remember
she was
um
cooking and Gary fucked it all up.
I know. That's what
if
I
you
do,
don't
buddy.
get
I
to
fuck
the
shit up.
after you cave dive through the shit, you have to crawl all the way back before the timer ends. If you get to the end of the timer, then you get to move on to the next level. And then on that next level, that one was, I think I said, like kind of like a dodgeball type thing where like, but if you don't get on the
Sounds like
platform, similar, but if you don't get on the platform to do the dodgeball thing before it starts, like you're gonna lose. So
Critical Rick said this is clearly a dream about wanting to become a lesbian.
so if you don't get on the platform before
Hey, Ryan, activate.
so if you don't get on the
it's already
platform
activated, son. I've just been
before it
leaning off the
ends,
screen, dude. When I do it,
Activate,
basically I
son.
jumped on the platform and they threw the ball at me before I got on there. Like I got there before the time was up, and so they didn't count them fucking like me being out. So I had another chance to keep going in the fucking Squid Games type shit.
yeah.
And I fucking threw the ball and got them out. And then the next game was like go-karting, like go-karting, not go-karting, but like you're like it goes from like 30 people to three people. And if you have to get out of these, you're like go-karting up in this mountainous fucking shit, dude. I can't explain it. You're like, damn. I
Kiss
fucking
my ass, dude. I'm almost out of weed.
So
You
so
better head back
I
to the
want to
gas
keep going,
station and get
but
yourself some more there,
Fuck
buddy.
you, Ryan. Fuck you.
so the
Hey,
moral of the
I'm not
story
going to the
is
gas station.
third level is
fucking gas station,
go-karting,
weed
and
smoker.
during the go-karting level, one of the other 2 people I was with was like, "Listen, I'm gonna sacrifice myself so that you can make it to the end." And I'm like, "Hell yeah." And so this this person this person's like, "Yo," they get the other person out and they killed them. And then we both killed them together because they weren't all the way dead. And then I made it to the last one. I don't remember what the last one was.
Were you dreaming video games straight up? Hey, did you have a video dream? Video game dream?
Listen,
the
all
fuck?
my dream I don't know, but that was a good one. I think
That
I
was a
could, like,
good
make a movie
one.
out of it. And
I
then
felt like I should.
after I killed them, I made it to the end, and I don't remember what happened because I woke up. So I hope I,
Man,
like, ruined all
at
of your
least you
dreams.
made it.
I'm making it to the end.
At least you made it. Now,
I
Gary, where did
did,
you
I
get?
did.
Gary, what about your weed at the gas station? What the fuck is he saying?
Fuck Ryan,
Motherfucker
dude.
said
How
he's
about
got a
that?
weed. He's got to go back to the
He
goddamn
still buys
gas
nickel
station.
sacks.
Fucking asshole.
He said, "Fuck the link. Go to the beginning. I pinned it, bro. I'm telling you, I
Debo, this
pinned
is
it.
for Debo, man.
I pinned
Hey,
it.
Yeah, let me finish this story. It's funnier than the rest of it.
Everybody else got on. Even Gary got the fuck on. If
No,
he
I
could
had to have Zaza send me a fucking invite.
for Gary,
For me, I couldn't
what
get on.
about Gary?
I'm already in here.
I don't know
But
how the fuck that
alienated,
There's
happened.
literally
That
a
blows
link
my
Already
pinned
mind.
in
here,
the chat.
dude.
That blows my mind, though.
and we got fucking. We still got Deltron coming in like a little bit. We got
All
Gary.
right.
We got alienated.
All right.
I just packed a bowl and spilt it. I
Don't
know
you
what
do
it is.
that now.
Thank God it didn't land in the turlet.
And remember.
Until next time.
So I like. So what about lucid dreaming?
Lucid dreaming. Now that is kind of like what I was talking about with that me running around with the in the
With the midget?
room, with the room to room. Lucid with a midget.
But did you know?
That's called wet. That's a wet
No,
dream.
because lucid means you knew you were doing it while you were doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but yeah. So you're aware, like, but you wake up and you jump up and you're like, was that real? Was that what happened?
Like
You know,
every
But
dream?
in your dream, were you going? This is a dream, but I'm going to continue to keep it going.
Yeah. Sometimes.
That's lucid. That's where you actually
Yep.
like can it's a dream in your own head,
Sometimes.
but
Sometimes.
you
I
continue
enjoy
to
it.
control your
It's
dream.
fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Lucid dreams
Those are the
dope,
best.
dude.
You know, it depends on what kind of drugs you take.
You can like
Personally, I don't take any.
You don't need drugs, but you can just like breathe a certain way, and there's a technique where
I
you
think
can
it's an
like
after
induce
effect of
lucid
my
dreams.
20 years ago.
Yeah, Tim, you're right. You're right. There is a technique that you can fucking use
there
to go to
is.
sleep.
There is. I
There
actually hold on.
absolutely
I'll
is.
pull it up. Hold on. I'll pull it up. It's kind
The Navy
it's simple.
SEAls use it.
It's like 30 seconds or some shit like that.
I've
Yeah,
done it. You like
Yeah,
lay
you got
back.
to you got to like
minutes.
breathe in a certain amount of time and
It's
exhale a
15
certain amount of time,
minutes.
Hold
and
on.
your
The
ass
first,
will go to
Nah.
sleep.
If you
hold
don't
on.
move for 15
First
minutes in the
technique.
exact same spot and your eyes are closed and you go to sleep.
No
Lexi,
fucking
this
way.
ain't got-
I'm going to have to go ahead and disagree with you on that one.
No, the first technique.
I'm telling
is
you,
that
it works,
want-
buddy.
What?
The
Sitting in for
first
15
Rob,
minutes?
Hold on,
Rob,
hold on,
you
hold
look
on,
like
hold on, hold on.
2013.
I'm telling you, the first technique is
2013.
you want to
What does that
Wow.
What does
you
that
want
mean?
Look.
to
Wow.
Lexi, look at that.
Like,
Oh shit. Hang on.
what does that mean?
What does that mean, Lexi?
Please explain. I'm wearing a white shirt and a
Don't
fucking
point at me.
baseball hat.
Wait, first off, Lexi, how old were you in 2013?
She was like, what, 16?
I have no idea.
all right, who cares? Listen. This is what a lucid dream is. This is how you do it.
Something like
Hold
that.
on, bro.
Lexi,
Yeah,
you are
you
a
did it.
complete dickhead, dude. You know
Listen,
that,
this
right?
is what you do.
What do you do? What do you do?
You said he looks like 2013.
Yeah.
It's
I
vaguely.
really didn't put that shit together in my head until I realized it was 2025. And I was like, whoa, shit.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either.
Look at him. Look
If
at
I,
him.
if I
But
was
it's
talking
funny.
about, hey, look, somebody calls me 2013, I'd be like,
It's fucking.
thank
If
you.
somebody called me
My
2013, I'd be
glands,
like,
my
What
glands
alright,
does
are
that
fair enough.
swelling.
mean?
I'm just kidding.
This is the
Like, do
this
I look
one
like a
right
fucking like
here is the
hipster? Like, what
best
do I look
one
like?
right
I don't
here.
know.
This one is the best therapy,
Like,
I
Actually,
think,
tighten
if
the
you're gonna
fuck
do
up,
it.
dude.
This
for
shirt
real,
from
dude.
2013, I think.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up.
I no, for real, for real. The best technique
What
I
the
think if
fuck?
you're gonna try lucid dreaming is the wake
Hang
from
on
back
there. I
to
want to see what's
bedroom.
going on there, Bill.
This one right here, because like you like go to sleep for 5 to 6 hours, then you wake up, you do what you do, and then that's like your REM sleep. So then when you go back to sleep, you just lay on your back and you kind of like do like a hum, right? And you just do it until you fall asleep. And usually that's when you get the most like vivid, like visual dreams. That's the like easiest way to do it. And it's like a mild practice. So that one I've done and it works. It works all the time because I feed my cat. I'll get up after that, and sometimes that just happens. Like that's when you have some real intense dreams, like right before you're actually about to get up. Actually, when you get up, you know what I'm saying? So, but there's other ones too, and they say to like the best way to like learn your dreams is to like keep a journal. That way you can write them down right after, and like if you like
Yeah, because I always
keep
be
a
forgetting my
journal, then you
shit,
can
dude.
like
I try to tell
put
people
them all
stories. I
together.
forget, you know, real
Yeah.
quick,
Rob,
real
What's
quick.
up?
please change the background, please.
Why?
How are you,
Because it's
Serenity? Hope all is well.
You don't like my background? What's wrong with it? It's aura.
it's giving Yu-Gi-Oh. Give me, I want to like my little Yu-Gi-Oh
I
arm
activate
with
my
all my
trap
cards
card.
like
Oh my god.
So,
I
so
activate my trap card.
anyways,
Oh,
so
God.
anyways, what do we got? Who we got on the panel right now? Me, Lexi, Ryan, and Rob. So we lost Gary.
Where the
All right.
fucking Scott, Gary?
All right. So, Rob or who
Wait,
else has
wait, wait.
got some shit to say? Anybody have anything to say about lucid dreaming?
I'm
It's
just
amazing.
Oh,
ahead.
we're still lucid dreaming.
It's amazing.
I gotta take a piss, so I'm gonna mute it. You guys can talk about it.
All right. Well, since the floor is mine, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Can't get back in. Isn't that the story of his life? How the hell did you get in?
Just get him back in. We need you.
Anyway,
I think that outside of my teeth falling out last night I talked about the whole levels to like the whole series that I had in my brain. I wrote it down on my dream journal. Okay, so like I'll make a movie out of it one day. But there was this part of the dream that I didn't talk about, and it's where if you looked your trauma in the face, it would suck your soul out of your body. And I know that sounds crazy, right? But like for example, not my trauma, but my friend in this game that we were going through all this shit through with, like um if their sister like died or whatever, their sister could pop up in the middle of the game and look at them, and if they like looked at them long enough and like got trapped into it, it would suck their soul out unless somebody like pulled them away, because it's their trauma, unless they got over their trauma. So that's kind of where like the arc of each character's that's how each character like builds in the story that I made up in my head. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I know it's cray cray, but I'm telling you, I better copyright that. I mean,
You had,
just someone
you had
patent
me
it, whatever
lost
the fuck.
until
That's
you
a good
explained at
ass
the end.
story.
Yeah.
I do really
And
think
I
that
was
if
like,
you
all right.
I do really think that everybody's trauma has a part to play with them. So that's part of the puzzle. So like with each puzzle that you're going through, you're constantly being hit with this, like all of your traumas in like the obstacle as an optical obstacles, you know?
Yeah.
so it makes it harder to get through the obstacles.
Hmm.
And then, yeah. Oh, I just want to add that because I just remember like seeing all of my friends' souls being sucked out of their bodies because of their traumas because they weren't able to get past them. While I was still trying to make it through all of these like several levels to get to the top to win money to be able to take care of my family. It was weird, but I think it would be like like just like Squid Games, like you do it all just to make
Yeah,
money,
yeah, yeah.
but different.
Right, right. Yeah. You're not gonna like.
Ryan didn't. Ryan saying right, but didn't hear what I fucking said.
No,
Hey
you said just
girl.
you said like Squid Game, but different. Like
Welcome, Serenity.
you're not gonna get your head blown off if you fucking don't.
No, you die at the end regardless.
Gary
So
needs
Oh,
back in here,
okay.
and Alienated wants in here. They don't know how to get in.
Well,
do you
they're
want to
gonna have to go through Zah. So if you want to message
Or
Zah, the
Serenity,
only
she could
one
probably
I
do
can
it.
try and get this from Zah that she sent me because, but it's hard when I'm sitting here.
What's up, Pookus? What up, G?
Octopus
Yo,
Games is
I'm
hilarious.
not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. We're actually like, um. So what the fuck, Serenity? You must have some dreams because you must have heard us talking. I know it, but now
Um,
she got off the
Okay,
stage.
I'm
hold
gonna.
on.
I think I'm
We'll
gonna
let
do.
her do what
I
she has
Tim.
to
I'm
do.
gonna
I'm
do
still
some.
here. I'm just sending the link to Alien real quick.
It won't work. Why? Go to the Discord. Go to no. You can't do that. Fuck.
Ryan, calm down. You are just a freaking.
I know. I can't get the damn link to work.
Okay, so I sent the link to Alien and I also posted it in the main chat. I hope that was okay.
Thank
Eh,
you, thank you,
yeah.
thank you.
Can you click it? Is it clickable? Because
Yes.
every time we poke it or post it,
Why do you
we
poke it,
can't
Ryan?
poke it.
It's
Stop
clickable
poking
now
shit, bro.
and it's in the main chat in Discord.
Scott, there we
Hey,
go. Welcome
buddy.
back, buddy.
There, got him.
There
Which
we
one of you
go.
assholes kicked me off?
Yeah, it was
I
me.
don't know.
You
It
Now
was
we got
fucking
me.
dick.
I
Alien in
got
the
two
house.
guns, one for each of you.
Look at this scary panel we got going on here. This is scary.
Oh God, I didn't even see this.
Oh yeah,
So,
we're all
Oh
fucked.
boy.
all right, look.
Can we say
We're
hi to
talking
everybody?
about dreams and stuff, and I know for a fact Alien and Serenity have got dream stories. For a fact, I know they do.
I made it in here.
Now, are we gonna rock scissors papers to see who goes first? But one of y'all gotta have a good one, and I bet both of y'all do. To be honest,
Rock paper scissors to see who goes what.
Alien should go
Who's
first.
going
I need
first?
to go give this water to
Robin,
Scott.
I
Robin,
think
Lexi.
Alien should go first because he's just a nice guy.
Oh yeah, let's let
Since
Alien
when
get up
am I a
here.
nice
First
guy?
off, he's been sleeping on the show all night, and now he just popped in. We've all talked. It's time to maybe we should warm him up.
He's doing fine. He'll be just all right. Fine.
Oh,
Let's
I'll
talk
warm
to
him
him. How
up.
you
You ain't got
doing,
to worry about
Alien?
that,
What's up,
buddy.
buddy?
Well, I know you will.
Alien.
I'll warm him
How's
right the
work
fuck
going,
up.
man?
You know.
How's work going?
Yeah.
It's going okay, dude. I wish I could get more hours. I asked the boss last week if I could get more hours. He said, yeah, I could. He would give me a day or two more. But then on the new schedule, he didn't give me more. So then he gave me a ride home from work, and I should have asked him, but I'm gonna just text him and be like, "Did you forget or what?"
Yeah, you'd be like, hey, asshole, remember that fucking raise I needed so I
You
can get
should
home?
you should give him a good hand job on the way home, bro. I bet you that shit'll get you far.
Or
That's
or
not
even
usually my
better, maybe
thing.
top him off.
Dude. Maybe you could get Gary to
Grab some
come
of
to
that
work
gas
here.
station
He'll
weed
top him off for
and
both
smoke them up with it on the way home.
of
I hate to say it, but it's not really my thing. You know.
Hey, man, I don't know what we were talking about yesterday, but if it had anything to do with hand jobs, I don't remember.
Well, I went on a date today.
Oh, so here we go
Did
with
you
the hand
now?
jobs. As soon as the
Did
hand
you now,
jobs come up,
Serenity?
I went on a date.
Wait, it
Well,
What
wasn't. It
you
happened?
wasn't.
What
Here,
It
happened
now
there?
Where
wasn't
did
the
that
same
everybody
guy.
go?
wants to hear this one. This is
What
going to
Serenity,
be
happened there,
good.
Serenity.
Serenity?
It wasn't the
I'm
same
getting a
guy.
hand job.
You're not
He's
dating
really
the same guy no more.
Okay. So y'all want to know what happened with Darren?
Yeah, what happened with Darren?
Okay, so I went over there. So basically, I told him like, if you clean your house, me and the baby will stay the night. This motherfucker did not clean his house at all, and there was like food crumbs in the bed, all over the ground.
He's a fucking dude, Serenity.
I don't know if
Yeah,
he's a
we've
dude
been
or
through this
not.
yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, we've
Keep,
talked about this.
yeah,
Right.
it's pretty funny. We keep going because it's a good story,
All right, go ahead. I'll shut up.
he's a dude.
So
I'll shut up. Fuck it.
so
No,
basically,
Let
it's
Serenity
funny.
talk.
Come on, let's go.
Let
so
Serenity talk.
basically, that whole night after I get everything set up, I'm laying there wide awake thinking of all the things I need to clean tomorrow morning. And I wake up, right? And I'm like, you know what? I want to make some coffee. And when I go to the coffee pot, there was like no water in the thing. Like there was like a little bit, maybe,
So fucking put water in the thing.
right? So I went to go fill it,
I mean,
and there was a
this ain't rocket
cockroach.
science here,
No,
bud.
there was a cockroach in the water pot.
Well,
Like a
put him
big
in
ass
there too.
bug.
Oh shit! There was
Nah,
a
he's
cockroach in
he's
that
he's a
bitch.
dirty.
And it was
He's a
Oh
dirty
fuck
motherfucker.
that!
it's a Keurig. It's a
He's
Keurig
a
coffee maker. How the
All
fuck
right,
are
I'll
you gonna
shut
have
up. I'll
water?
shut up.
And
okay. Look. I don't judge you. I don't blame you because he's a dirty motherfucker by the sounds of it.
I'm
yeah,
joking,
exactly.
buddy.
Content. Keep
So
going.
I spent 4 hours cleaning their
Put
apartment
him in
before
there
I
too.
left. 4 hours. I deep cleaned the fuck. I used bleach. I used the whole 9 yards.
I hope.
Man,
And mind
I'm
you,
sorry,
him
dude.
and
That's
his
funny.
roommate left randomly throughout the day. One had to go to work, so we understand that. And his other roommate decided to stay, and he was smoking. And I was like, you know what? As my payment, I'll take an ounce easily.
hell
So
yeah!
I left
I
high as fuck.
did you get an ounce? Did they hook it up?
Mhm.
Hell yeah! That's
So
love.
Right.
Chris is who I went on a date with today, right? And he's super country, super southern. Before Chris came over, though, I had Dale come by and drop off my car because we were doing the O2 sensors. Little did I know they all wanted to go eat. So we went to Applebee's and got a little something, something. And Chris was like feeding me with like his fork and shit. And I was like, damn, dude, we're doing that? Okay. All right.
What'd
So
you get at Applebee's there? What'd you get, like the bourbon street steak? Is that what you
Oh,
did over there?
Jesus
we got
Christ, man.
we got like
What,
teriyaki
dude?
chicken and some mac and cheese, some steak. We got a bunch of
Oh,
shit.
Did
god
you
damn it. I
get
tell you
some
what.
bourbon chicken? You
No, it's bourbon
cocksucker!
street steak.
When'd you get there and fucking Applebee's some bourbon fucking chicken, dude? I haven't eaten there in so fucking long, bro. Remember that shit? Coming
So
down to Apple, there was one like right by fucking Walmart and shit, dude. I need a fucking Applebee's baby back rib. I
I
want
want
my
my
baby
baby
back,
back,
baby
baby,
back,
baby back,
baby back,
baby
baby
back.
back.
I want my
I
baby
want my
back, baby
baby
back,
back,
baby
baby
back. I
back.
want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
I
after
want that shit, bro.
after
Hey.
we got done
Baby
eating,
back ribs.
after we
Sorry.
got done eating, Chris is like, "Do you want to go square dancing?" And I was like, "Hell yes!" So we
Of
went to the
course I want to go
country,
square dancing. What are you
Who
right?
the
fucking
hell
crazy?
doesn't, right?
So we went
Oh,
to the country
me,
club down the street, and we had a little
me.
bit, and we were smoking. So I might be a little out of it.
Alien. Alien goes.
Do I
square
want to go
dancing.
square dancing? What are you
Of
crazy,
course,
buddy? Of
yeah.
course I do.
Dude, I would
Yeah.
dance like a fucking rock star on a fucking square
I
dance.
want to see you
I
square
wouldn't square
dance.
dance. I would just
I don't
fucking
know
I'm
start
not
how
doing
to,
it on
buddy.
I
screen.
would just start fucking head banging and
I
thrashing
really
Just
don't
start,
know
around,
how
dude.
to.
yeah. I can see Kyler just fucking taking off on a moonwalk through all the
Can't
middle
you
of
see me
everybody.
and Kyler square
I've
dancing like a
actually
couple of
seen
assholes?
I've actually seen Ryan square
The
dance.
fuck,
It wasn't
dude?
a pretty sight. I'm telling you, dude. I've seen him do it. He's Mexican. I
I
seen him.
even
He
have
was
my white
doing his little
boots.
Mexican shindigs,
I
and he
even
was
got to wear
square dancing away, dude. It was fuck unreal.
I even got to
Huh?
wear
Oh,
his
buddy, I'll
cowboy
tell you
Hey
hat
what.
man,
thing. It was pretty fun and it got a little something. So we're good. It was a good
Hell
night.
yeah.
Whoa,
have
whoa, whoa,
you
ho, ho.
have
No, we're not just
you
gonna
ever
jump
seen
past that. What do you
have
mean you
you
got
ever
a little
seen
some? What does
Mexican
that
girls
mean?
dancing? They're hot,
I
buddy.
got a
I
little
like a
They're
something.
little
fucking hot.
Mexican girl
What does that
dancing.
mean?
You
Good,
fucking
bro.
kidding me?
Something
It
about
was
there,
nice.
You
bro.
Okay. I will say
It's
that. It was
good.
very nice. So when I called Tim or when I joined Tim on his little like VC, we were actually headed to the country club and I had to turn around and grab my boots before we walked away. So
These boots were
So,
made for walking,
Ryan,
and that's just what they'll
These boots
do.
are made for
Ryan, would
One of
you
walking.
these
please?
days, these
I
boots
won't even
are
do it.
gonna all walk all over you.
I won't even picture
Doom,
Ryan
doom,
and
doom, doom,
Elizabeth
doom,
square
doom.
dancing together. I won't even do it.
Let me and Scott square dance
Stop!
together, and I'll
Stop!
do it.
I'm not talking about you and your
No,
midget square dancing.
no,
Not doing it.
no, nope, Ryan. How about no?
Listen. I was trained this in fucking third grade, buddy.
You think you
Nope.
could though?
It's not. No, I couldn't.
I can't cut a rug like fucking
Can't do it,
old
dude.
like this old fuck here.
I
This
tried to dance.
motherfucker's got
I
he's got
tried to dance salsa
precision,
one time.
razor blade, cutting the motherfucker to the teeth. Me,
I tried to dance salsa one
my
time.
rug,
I just
my rug
fucking
is
we
there
did
with
do the
horse shit
salsa.
all over it.
I
Sorry.
just fucking head banged and fucking rocked the fuck out and just jumped up and down like a punk rocker yeah, it wasn't the same.
We gotta
Well, you
get
did
you
the
It
out
wasn't
right.
more,
You
buddy.
did the
salsa at
We
right
all.
gotta get
thing,
we
son.
gotta
You
get
did the
you out
right
of the house
thing.
more, buddy.
It wasn't salsa at all, buddy.
We gotta get you out of the house.
That's not what she said.
Yeah, no shit. That's not what he said.
That's
And
not what
now,
she said.
Why is your response we gotta get you out of the house? What does that have to do with dancing
Yeah.
salsa?
Why can't? Hey,
because
why
if you
can't?
ain't out there cutting rugs, son, how are you gonna be up to fucking Uncle Amos's status?
Are you out there
Oh,
cutting
I'm sorry.
rugs, son? Is that
I
what you're
meant Scott.
doing?
I meant
Are you
Scott.
cutting rugs there, Bill?
He's
So
cutting.
Gary,
He's cutting
I need a
rugs.
story about the '80s, bro. Help me out. Tell me a story about going to
Age,
the movie. Yeah,
age.
about like going to the movie theaters or something. Tell me a story
Okay.
about the fucking '80s, bro.
Shit, who lived in the 80s? I don't think anybody here.
Gary, that's
Except
why I
for
want one.
Scott,
We all
obviously.
want one, bro.
Tell us
Tell me,
about the 70s, Scott.
Ryan. Don't be a dick. Oh, Gary got off.
Why?
See what I'm saying?
No,
You're
he
a
did that
dickhead.
on purpose, dude.
You're a
He
dickhead.
actually, or he didn't do it
Oh,
on purpose.
let the
I
guy tell
guarantee
a
you he'll be
fucking
back.
story,
A
you guys.
story from the 80s,
Fucking make it
1980,
worse.
1980,
Yeah,
I
suck
think it
my
was
balls.
7.
You tell me a story about the 80s,
1987.
sucker.
Let's see.
What? Tell me the Back to the
1989.
Future story,
Let
because
me try to
everybody
think
knows
about a
it's about
1980
the 80s,
story.
dude. You fucking remember there was like AIDS.
Oh, speaking of which, I do have lucid dreams all the time.
Wasn't the
Oh yeah,
crack?
that's right. So tell us some
No, that
dreams.
was 90s.
Right.
No,
Back.
it was 80s.
Let them have a damn dream. Okay? We Alien, listen. I know you have dreams. Tell us one.
One dream I remember that I told you about was, I usually have nightmares, dude. Like I don't have dreams. I don't have anything positive. It's usually fucking nightmares. And the one I remember that I told you about was like, um, dreams are confusing, but like I think my dad got kidnapped, and so I like manipulated my way into like getting to the location where my dad was or something. My whole family.
Hi, Lexi.
Hi,
We
baby.
lost Alien.
What did
We
I
lost
miss?
Alien, huh?
What
Yeah,
happened?
I
Did I miss
can't hear him. I
anything
can't see him.
good? Did I miss anything cray?
Right
What
in
was
the
the
middle of
tea?
his dream.
Yep.
Right.
He's giving
Hey,
us
a man can dream,
fucking
can he?
love. Gary, go through the fucking main chat. Don't be a fucking nuisance. Don't be a nuisance. But he was telling a dream. And
They
he
say
fucked
octopus
it up.
games because I'm Asian. I'm sorry.
What about Asian?
The comment that's put and says this bitch trying to make octopus games, and I'm like, is it because I'm Asian?
Who
Or
said
is
that? Who
it
said that?
whoever
Oh,
you
that was
pinned?
Lucas.
Whoever you
As
pinned.
if we were talking about Squid Games.
It was good. It was
He
good. It
doesn't.
was
He
good. It was
doesn't
good. It
really
was
know
good. It
my
was good. Like
sideways
10 out of
joke.
10 comment. But I'm just
He
saying,
did,
like, is that Asian or
I wish I could really get into some Asian talk with you sometime. Now, I'm not gonna do it tonight, but we'll do it one night. I'll have to. We'll have to talk prehand before we do it. And we'll have to.
Gary, it's in the
It'll
main
be
chat on
funny.
Discord.
Gary, come on, dude. Go to the
About
main
this.
channel of Discord and hit the fucking link.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing Kid was doing fucking hour ago.
Hey,
I can't help but laugh.
so Serenity, tell
Yeah.
us your lucid
Uh,
dream. This is like fucking what's it called? Like Art Bell and shit.
Let me see if
Like
I can.
everybody's calling in. What are you saying over here, Lexi? I see you thinking.
uh-oh.
You look so nice. So go ahead, Serenity. Sorry.
Um,
Do you have one?
I have one from recently. I mean, it's kind of stupid and it's kind of short. So basically, I
She
was,
said.
it was like, it was
It's
like
kind of
2 a.m.
stupid and it's kind of short.
It was like 2 a.m. and I wanted food in my dream. So I went to go make some food, like mac and cheese, right? And I got like all the like I was gonna make it from scratch in my dream. Okay, so I
It's
did
kind
it.
of.
I
Hold on,
I
we're not
started making it. I
past that.
put it all
It's
in the
kind of
pot.
stupid and it's kind of short.
I put it on the pot, all ready to go. And in my dream, everything was going great. But when I woke up, there was smoke coming from every which way. And I'm
I'll
like,
bet there
why am I
was.
standing in front of my stove right
I'll bet there
now? And
was smoke
freaking
coming from
out.
every which kind of way.
Better talk, buddy. Come on.
All right, I'll shut up. I'm
God,
sorry.
every link now is available to be in.
How long have I been home?
Keep
God, you
going.
can hit the
Sorry,
link.
Scott's being a
Like 20
cocksucker.
minutes?
It's
All
not
right. I
fair
said
on
I'd
your
shut
part.
up.
Oh,
I
there you
said
go.
I'd shut up.
I didn't even see.
What?
You could have told me.
I
I'm
Brian's
think
sorry.
you told me.
I'm sorry. I forgot you were there.
Brian, you're the type of guy. I'm joking.
So yeah, like I was making food and then all of a sudden like I woke up mid dream and everything's on fire. Like the whole kitchen's burning in smoke. So I like immediately threw the pot in the sink, started pulling water into it. And
No.
I didn't even finish making the individual pasta. So it was just like flour and flour and sugar just in a pot with water, and
I,
somehow it's
I
on
thought you
fire.
were going to say hot
Something
drink.
else was in there. It was burning. I think I had like a plastic spoon in the pot.
Huh. Damn. Well, Gary, now you can talk your shit.
No, I'm not. Nope. I'm not
Okay,
gonna do it, buddy.
I'll go.
I'm not doing it right now.
I
Oh
left,
shit!
I left the burner on the stove the other day,
I'm not doing it, dude.
and I woke up and I was like, what in the world?
All right, you know what? I will go.
And there's a
Fuck it.
puddle. There's a serious puddle of metal melted. The whole pot, while I was sleeping, melted. It went into the little dish underneath.
Why would you put a plastic spoon in a fucking hot pan?
You ever melted a metal fucking pan before, dude? I have twice now.
Why would you do that, Serenity? Why would you put a plastic spoon in a hot pan?
Oh God, ew.
Sorry, I need to grab my charger.
So no, sorry's not gonna cut it this time.
Too bad. So get over it. But other than that, no, I'm a great cook.
Are
We
you
lost
now?
Alien and Lexi.
You put a plastic spoon in a goddamn hot pan, bro. You're not a good cook.
I'm a great cook. I don't know.
No,
what
you're
you're
not.
I want some damn
Hi.
food.
I would give
How
you
are
my
you now, bud?
leftovers.
How are you doing now, bud?
Buddy, I'm tying one on right now. How about you boys?
I was figuring you.
But I
Well,
always
yeah.
I'm stoned, my friend.
but I
Who
always
smoked?
sorry, but I always get those dreams, like deja vu dreams. I can always predict something that's gonna happen months later. And then I'm like, poof, I was already here.
Do you write them down, or how do you when you do it? How do you do it?
I always write it down somewhere on my notes, or like I paint it, or I draw it. It's crazy. Like that's how I met Caleb, the baby's father. Like I met him in my dream, and then a few months later, there he was at Canes.
I've had a dream. My bro who died in a car accident. It was right after he had died. I had this dream that I was laying. I was we were at this festival, right? And if you've ever been there, you know that when you get there, you have to. It's like it's in the middle of nowhere. So like when you hit this post, there's like this outpost where you can get like beer and cigarettes and like snacks and shit before there's nothing left. There's like nothing. This is your last chance, right? So,
Right.
anyways, like I always remember that place because we would stop there and get whatever we needed, like sometimes, or like in the middle of the festival, we would leave and have to drive to that place all fucked up and shit, whatever. So, anyways, I had this dream that I know Cassidy for sure walked off today and yesterday. To be honest. So I had this dream though that when he died, we were in that. I was with my family, and we were in that like post, and I was like hiding under like a cooler. So for me myself, all I kept doing was grabbing more beer out of the cooler. I don't know, dude. I was like stocking up on the beers, and there's like this war going on outside the door, and all you see is just like you hear and like it's just like and it's the exact same field of the festival that we were at, and all of a sudden my like you see this golf cart go by, and if you know about the golf carts, that's like the security, right?
Right.
And my buddy, and so the golf cart comes riding by, and and I'm like, get down, get down. And it was my buddy, my brother who died in a car accident or whatever. He had drove by and just like gave me a thumbs up. And there was all these bombs and crazy things going on around him. And he like gave me a thumbs up on his way by, like, and with this big smile, like he was good. It was like one of the like most deepest dreams that I'll ever remember by far, dude. By far. Like, so like he's probably one of the people that have come back in my dream and like literally saw me a couple times.
He just want to let you know he was okay, buddy.
He did. That's what I'm saying.
He was just like, I'm good, buddy.
I'm good.
Everything's good.
Yep. because I was worried, I was all fucked up over it all, and like he was just like, bro,
Right, you
it's
haven't
all
been
good.
asleep.
So yeah, I have a
None,
lot of
none of my
stories with
friends,
him,
none of my
man.
friends have ever done that.
Tried to walk up home run today.
Yep, and yesterday.
Fucking
Um,
it.
and then he also came back another time when we were partying at Ryan's. He came back and was in a commercial that somehow got played 45 minutes away from where it even was on his birthday, New Year's, like 2 months after he had passed. And he walked by and he's waving in the fucking commercial, and they showed it twice, and we saw it. And if we were in a place that there was no fucking way they should have ever shown it, you know. So I've got a bunch of stories with him. He's definitely our angel, my angel for sure. What does this say? Any birthmarks? They say people with certain birthmarks is how you died in your previous life. I
Well,
don't have any.
damn,
I
man.
got one.
Because I got a birthmark right on my right ass cheek.
I was gonna say Ryan has
Prove
mine
it.
on his
It's
ass
about
too,
that
and
big, man.
Prove
So
it.
what? Did I get shot in the ass with an arrow and die in my previous life? That's what I'm
isn't
thinking.
I
that like
want to. Hey, I want to see that right ass cheek. God damn it! Now prove it. Cut that camera on. I want to see that right ass cheek.
Are we allowed to show that on you?
Who gives a fuck? Just
I
do it.
got one birthmark on my pinky, and
Hold
I
on, you know what? Let me
swear
see if I can reach it first.
I was
Well,
stung by a
I've
billy
got
goat.
this. I don't know if this makes any sense. You see that? Hang on.
Well, I
Yeah,
can't
right there.
find it, man. I
Yeah.
can't reach
What is that there? What is that?
I'm pretty sure that said that you got fucked. You got probably gaped
I
in your
definitely
ass
got
before you
fucked.
died the last time you were alive. That's my assumption. That's your birthmark. Your birthmark said anally
Does
gay.
that make any sense? The doctor looked at it and he's like, I don't know what's going on
I'm
here.
trying. I just can't. If I was to try to get the camera angle, I'm afraid I would show a little bit too much, and I don't get in trouble because it's too close.
I'm gonna need to see that right ass cheek, Ryan, with that birthmark.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
need.
need that.
I'm gonna need $5.99. I'll send
I'm
you a
not
fucking
giving you
picture.
a fucking. I'm not giving you
I'll fucking
shit,
send you a
motherfucker. I want
picture
to see
every
that ass
day of
cheek.
my ass. $5.99 a month.
I'm not giving you shit, motherfucker. I want to see that ass.
You guys are
That's why
silly as shit.
that's because you are
You
leaving
fucking
pissed.
fag. Let me
Because
see that ass.
you leave pissed because I'm giving you no shit.
All right. So, anyways, next topic is that's where I was hoping Lexi wouldn't leave because she was good with coming up with new topics.
Um,
We need to
how
see.
long have y'all only been alive for like an hour, right?
Yeah, hour and 15.
Marley
So how
sounds
did
like
you
he's
figure
winding
out
up a
your
little bit there.
How did you figure out your camera situation? What did you have to do?
I
Oh,
didn't figure.
look at that. You look a
I
lot
didn't.
better.
I didn't figure it out as far as being able to use it on what's it called?
Discord?
Discord, but it worked on here.
Okay, good. Yeah, I
So
think that's
Oh,
what's bringing
that's
out.
why I didn't really
big
care.
difference.
As long as it worked on here, I was cool.
Okay, cool.
Big difference. Big difference.
This isn't StreamYard, Ryan. So, hi, Candy.
It's not.
Oh,
Why does it stay up there?
no, it shouldn't though. It's not no more.
Yeah, we're using another program now, so it acts as StreamYard. Like it will send
Yeah.
the link from StreamYard, but it's
All I see is StreamYard,
Yeah,
PayPal, I'll
whatever.
log in, sign in, blah, 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 blah,
I
blah.
think Ryan and fucking Scott are both fucking and walking between the three of them. Who do you think is more retarded falling off the stage? These guys fall off the stage
Me.
more than anybody.
Me.
You
I'm gonna
fall
take.
off.
I'm gonna
Nope.
take.
God's
No,
not
I will
falling
take
off.
number one,
Everybody
retard.
walking over your
I'm the
fucking
No.
number one.
falling off.
No, you're not.
I am 100%
No,
number
you're
one.
not.
I have
Candy,
jumped
how you
off the
doing,
live
girl? Love you.
50, 60 times already.
Welcome, Candy. We
Hi,
miss
Candy.
you.
I got candy.
Dude, I can't wait for fucking what's his name to pop through. Deltron. Ryan, are you man enough to even have those conversation with us?
No.
No, he's definitely not man enough.
I don't think he is.
Yeah.
I think you're too cute.
Gay.
Cute-tardy.
He's too
I think
gay.
he's a little cutie.
Little cutie.
He's a little cutie. Oh, he's a little cutie.
Oh, ain't that pretty?
I know how you do. Are you surprised we're live? We needed to go live early. I'm glad we went live early as we did.
What time did you go live? What time?
1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And to be honest, we have already surpassed last night almost in the first hour. So if that doesn't tell you.
Formal brown.
Ryan is trying to show his birthmark. I know Ryan's over here fucking. He's trying. He probably hurt his back, Alpacas. He probably hurt his back trying to show his fucking birthmark.
Tighten up,
He
Ryan.
gives us half the fucking story. He's like, "Yeah, I got this birthmark on my ass," and then just leaves it there and walks away. Doesn't do shit. Doesn't tell nobody, "Hey, I got this birthmark here. I'm gonna show it to you guys." Or, "Hey,
I
Gary,
forgot.
suck
I
it
thought I
up."
thought I could do it in a form of not being. I can't.
So, Ryan, this birthmark you speak of.
Oh, here we go.
Is it exactly? Get them back shots. Exactly.
Oh,
Pick the spot for
Give up the back shots, bro.
yeah, bro.
Give up them back shots.
Hey, what if we
$5.99 a
started?
month.
What if we started
$5.99.
like a page for you where we just show your birthmark?
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like a pack is $5.99, bro.
Yeah, $5.99.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You're no fun, dude.
You're no fun, Ryan.
He's playing dumb as shit.
There's
Like, I
nothing
don't know what
fun
you're
about
talking
you.
about. He did it. He's pulling a tear on me right now. Tear when he doesn't want to talk a subject, he'll just go quiet and act like he doesn't know what I'm talking about. You just did that. Oh my god.
speaking of
Unreal.
tears,
I'm about to start calling you Walking Junior. Bruce Jr.
speaking of tears, where is
Yeah, go brush your fucking hair, you fuck.
what?
Don't you dare.
Is that my cat or your cat meow?
I'm just talking shit. God, why are you getting so crying? Why are you getting all worried?
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking
Serenity.
sensitive son of a
That's
bitch.
fucking Serenity's problem.
Yeah, Serenity always gets so offended.
I get so offended.
Remember last night?
Fuck
Do you remember last night though, dude? How fucking wild that stream got?
No.
Serenity doesn't get offended, dude. Do you imagine the type of shit I talk to her when we play Scrabble, bro?
I have a high tolerance to bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, you do listen to Gary every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we took the R out of his name. We took the R out of his name again.
The amount of shit I hear about dicks
Again?
every day is wild.
Dude.
I never thought I would hear so much dick talk in my 20s.
Imagine
Especially when I win.
Oh my
Dude.
gosh. Imagine when we can screen this shit, dude. It's over with. So I'll let everybody know that it's going to be doing so they can't say certain words. And dude, We're gonna stream that shit. We're gonna stream Gary talking hella shit. Get on the dance floor. Come on, let's dance.
I'm super
I still
excited
got,
for the upgrade.
dude.
of
I still
the-
got poker money, bud. Let's go dance.
Let's
God,
go
don't get me
dance.
started.
I believe I'm revived almost. Couple more hours.
I
I
have
think I'm out.
I have poker money. I didn't use it.
Have you got
I'm
poker
all,
money there, Serenity?
I sure do, buddy.
You got
I'm
a
all
little.
out.
You got a little poker money over there. Is that what you got?
Just a little, not
You got a little.
crazy big.
Yeah, I don't. I think I got like $2,000 maybe.
Oh, I got
kind
more
of
than you. Ha ha ha.
What kind of shit are we gonna talk about? What about got any good scenarios?
Would you rather?
Gary would be a good one to do the scenarios with.
No, I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't.
Would you rather?
Dude, I'm over here smoking Lucky Strike Reds, man. Y'all want to fucking come get me and help me out here?
He needs help
No.
lighting the cigarette.
I'm losing my shit over here, bud.
Fuck you, man.
Fuck
Yeah,
you,
you don't look
motherfucker.
like it. I eat fucking leftovers every
Fuck
goddamn
you.
night.
And just so everybody knows, I will start doing shows by myself again too. I just been fucking around and just figuring out new stuff, and it's been fun to have new characters to add to it. So I will be doing shit. I might start off doing this shit by myself and like do the news and then come in and we just have fun or something. Because I feel like that's the only way I'll be able to get the news in and talk my shit.
Yep.
Probably by myself. Be the
And
best
a lot
way.
of people want to hear that.
And people, I know y'all want the news and shit. So I'll probably do that. That way, nobody's interrupting. I can just talk my shit, rant, and do my shit. You know what I do. So, and then I'll bring everybody on. Everybody can come on. We could have topics and discuss whatever for the rest of the time. So, and then we can get high as shit and then end it while we're getting high as shit.
I kept thinking that was my cat, and it's just Marley.
It's Marley. He's getting wound up.
He wants, you know what, because he's the star.
He needs
He said,
that
I'm the
broth.
star, bitch. You know what I want. Give me some of that shit. He wants that good
He needs
shit.
broth.
So, anyways, Gary, tell me a fucking story about the 80s before I snap. What's it like going to school? What the fuck's a movie theater? What was it like in the 80s, bro?
Oh, it was beautiful, dude. I mean, fucking all I cared about was skateboarding.
Hey.
Dude, you couldn't tell me shit if I had a skateboard.
Yeah. What about what about the arcade?
Wasn't a big gamer.
The arcade?
I'll be
Wasn't
right
a
back.
big gamer, Ryan. I wasn't a big gamer.
You didn't fucking go to the arcade and hang out with all the other fucking people? Or
I didn't say that, Ryan. I just said I wasn't a big gamer.
You have money to play at the same time.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. Remember the video game? Fuck, what was it called?
Yep.
No, hang on. It was Dragon.
What was it?
Can't say the word.
I'm fucking trying to think of it, Ryan. You want to give me a
Ryan,
minute?
let the man think. You fucking up everything.
It was God damn it, dude. What was it called? It was not a good. It was Dragon something.
Dragon's Lair.
Dragon's Lair. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. Yeah. That video game made no sense to me whatsoever.
Thank God I let you fucking sit there and think about it for a fucking minute.
Dude, yeah, Dragon's Lair, bro. What the fuck? Does anybody else try to play Dragon's Lair over there? Or?
No, they said let's talk about workplaces. Gary, talk about laying some pipe.
Talk about what?
Laying pipe.
Oh no, buddy. Let's not do that.
All right. When Serenity gets back, she talk about what she does because they wanted to really know about what she does, to be honest.
Serenity, what are you doing over there?
Of course. It's here.
Hey Ryan, what do you do?
He does men.
He does men. I don't know about GTA delay, Hypacus. I don't know that. I'm not really into that shit. Really.
Nah.
Yes, you do.
I'm a farmer, motherfucker. A lead farmer.
Oh shit.
Okay. So what are we talking about?
They wanted to know
God
what
knows.
you do.
God knows.
Hey there, buddy.
Sorry, I need to get out of my dancing clothes.
Yeah.
This is the title every day.
Somebody asked what you do for a living.
Who?
Me?
Hypacus.
Me?
Serenity.
Her.
Oh, I'm a IT specialist.
Whoa!
Special tits.
Whoa! Wait
Special
a minute!
tits. Is that what you're doing? Tight the fuck
I
up,
also
Hold on a minute.
I also work for Parkland Hospital as a dispatcher. I do the IT work over there, missing people, person reports, stuff like that.
From now on, I'm gonna call you Ike.
iTits.
From now on, I'm gonna call you
My
Special
shit on
Tits.
Discord, iTits.
Ike. Ike. I work at Ike.
Special Tits, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I've been drinking. It's just.
I have too. That's no excuse for what you just said, dude.
She's playing that
Tighten
wordplay
the
game.
fuck
She's
up.
throwing out tits and
Special tits?
Special Tits, yeah. You might as well just go ahead and change your name to Special Tits.
Special Tata.
No,
Special Tatas.
Hypacus said special tits.
I'm sorry.
Or them's big titties.
That's a huge bitch.
That's a huge bitch.
Guilty as charged.
I mean, nothing can be worse than Uncle Anal Kiss. I mean, that's cake's a cake.
Drinking and ice cream sounds horrible, Hypacus said.
What happened?
They said drinking and ice cream sounds horrible.
It feels great.
It is horrible. It's definitely horrible.
It's
fucking a nightmare.
Maybe if you were drinking a White Russian.
I don't know what we were drinking.
If you were drinking a White Russian.
While you're pulling your, you can't say shit on here after God.
I'm getting tired of drinking White Russians.
You should try to do more than that.
Okay, don't laugh, but this is what I have right now.
Try Black Velvet.
What do you got over there, Special Tits?
How about Canadian Club? Yeah.
What do you got there? What do you got there, Special Tits?
We got some cheap ass wine. Is what we got left.
We called her Special Tits.
Hey,
she called herself that, dude.
Remember when somebody called you Rim and we called you Rim for like 2 months? Hey,
Yeah,
Remy. Hey, Remy.
Remy. Because this chick called me Rim, and I was like, oh, yeah, you called me Rim. I was like, oh, Rim. You're gonna give me a rim job. Oh, and everybody started calling me Rim. And it lasted a while.
Oh
It's
God,
stupid.
I wouldn't wish a rim job on my worst enemy, dude. I sure as fuck don't want a chick to do it to me. That's
You're
the
telling
worst
me you're
idea
gonna
I've
give
ever
out,
heard in my life.
dude. You're
And to
telling
go
me
back on one of the comments, I do play video games, and I did not see the new GTA yet.
Mm-hmm.
Did not do it yet. But I was playing Fortnite earlier, and that shit was laggy as fuck. I don't even like Fortnite.
Oh, the night of the sport.
Special tits.
God, I'm never living it down.
No, you're definitely not living that shit down, dude. That's not gonna happen.
that's funny shit. I'm trying to
Tim,
think.
did you make coffee? Candy's asking.
Nah, I don't know if I can do any more coffee right now. I just drank some like cold coffee and it's like not sitting right.
You drink cold coffee? That's so not like you.
Well, it was because it was sitting there because I was trying.
More, yeah.
Ew.
It was coffee. I felt like I need to make some. I do need to make some candy. I'm debating what the hell. It's still kind of early.
Did you eat yet, Tim?
I did make some pasta earlier. I did.
That
I
sounds
did.
good.
And
Where was that?
On my bed.
Oh, thank you.
I just wanted to sleep, you guys. I'd be doing these dabs and they'd be kicking my ass around. Some good shit. I'm wondering if we're gonna get Deltron on here.
Getting what on? What?
Deltron. He said he'd be on in an hour. It's been about an hour, so let's see. Hopefully he comes through.
Okay.
We fucking. So I'm trying to think of what else to talk about here.
Night, you sleep good. Everybody tell her good night. Say good night.
Good night.
Good night, buddy.
Everybody, good night. Hear me.
Who's smoking? Hit one if you guys smoking.
If I go to chat, I get kicked off, dude.
I'm gonna do it.
I
Don't
don't
go to
see
that.
the same thing I'm at, buddy. That's why I got two phones here.
You got two phones, one for
One for
each.
each of you.
One for the plug and one for the hose.
No, one for you and one for the
I will
audience.
say one,
Oh
technically.
yeah.
One for the plug and one for the hose, dog. Don't be.
All the hoes, bitches.
Come on, man.
The amount of hoes.
Alright, so we gotta get something popping here. Alright, let me find some here.
What's a hoe?
What's a hoe? Dude, remember yesterday when we were talking about what's a blue waffle?
Yeah.
Dude, do we need to change the name of that video? Because I feel like that one was not for our average subscriber. That one was pretty hardcore. Like, I
Yeah.
almost feel like we should give it a warning on it. Like, hey, this one is not like your average, just like truther video.
Yeah.
Because, dude, it went left really fast and it stayed left for a while. You know? All right, so if everybody's smoking, let's get our smoky on because I'm going to do a dab and it might change my whole aspect. I might get ideas, I might lose them. Who knows? We'll see how life takes me. But I'm going to do it.
Here's what's going on here, okay?
Lucky damn strikes. That's what Edward Bernays used to fucking brainwash everybody back in the fucking 50s or 40s. He's like, smoke the Lucky Strikes. They're the most healthiest cigarettes you can smoke.
Yeah. Unfiltered.
They're not unfiltered.
Yeah.
Some of them are.
Sean, go get your damn Lucky Strikes unfiltered. Alright? You ain't no man. Motherfucker. Just because you live in Alaska don't make you a man until you smoke some fucking unfiltered motherfucking Lucky
Tim,
Strike.
you know I don't live in Alaska.
And you
dude.
sip on a motherfucking natty and tell everybody to suck your dick. Whoa.
Whoa.
Calm down, Ryan. Ryan, calm
What?
down.
What I
What are
do
you
now?
fucking ranting about over here, bro? What the fuck? Calm
I'm
It's
down.
better. It's better than me ranting about men problems.
Yeah, I know, but man, I just totally dropped the suck my, like, you know what I'm saying? I just said that hard, like, pure straight as day. Yeah, what to say? You're going to Alaska in 3 months. Well, hit up Sean Willis. He'll take you to the local moose factory. He'll
What
get
There's
part of
not a
Alaska?
moose factory, dude.
Hey, I'd go.
Hey,
There's
Ryan
no
wants
moose
to fucking.
factory.
Ryan wants a moose knuckle.
What
Who
part of
doesn't want a
Alaska are you
moose
going
knuckle,
to?
dude?
Fucking, I don't know. I'm
I'd
sure
take.
somebody
I'll
doesn't.
take a moose knuckle.
Ryan, you don't
God.
want no moose knuckle. You want a fucking.
I'd
You
take
want
a
a
goddamn
cock. You
hatchet
want a
wound right
fucking.
now.
You want a cock ring.
Oh, there's my lighter.
All right.
Johnny Cochran?
The closest I'm coming to Alaska is on Alaska. I'll come all over Alaska.
From where?
I ain't going there. I'm gonna shoot that load from wherever the closest state or line is to it. I don't know.
Mhm.
Canada.
My
Canada?
friend had her engagement over there.
Over where?
Ah, God.
Over where? What are you
No, I'm
talking
not
about?
going to Alaska.
Oh, okay. I was in a little
The cold, I ain't
cold
built for the cold. I'm built for the heat,
Who's
okay?
that now?
I want my warm weather. I want my nice sun every single day, all day. You got me messed up, Shawnee boy.
Sounds like you don't want 24 hours of
You know
darkness.
what? I'll tell you guys what. When you do about dab number 5 or 7, it starts not affecting the same way the first 3 did.
It seems like it.
I'm starting to get primed back up. Pretty soon I'll be doing dabs all night long, bitches.
Fuck.
And then it's over. That was tasty. Anyways, so Ryan.
Nope. I'm not talking about any midgets. I'm not talking about any bullshit.
I don't want to talk about midgets. Why do you always gotta go straight to the midgets?
Why midgets, man? You know
Why?
I'm 5'2".
Why not midgets?
Excuse me.
Look, I cannot handle the girls who are shorter than me, and I'm pretty short, you know.
Uh,
With their little
I'm
pigtails, I can't
6
do
foot and I want a
anything.
3'11" midget. That's it.
Brian, there's something
I
wrong with you,
can't.
buddy.
I mean, it's been 3-4 nights in a row. Everybody knows I want a midget.
Okay.
Go outside to your nearest hopeless shelter. There's plenty of midgets.
I will help. I will go home.
A homeless shelter?
I will get I will take a homeless midget that's 3'11" and house it. I
And he
promise.
will
You
take
need to get some elf
care of
ears
her.
too to go with it.
We're really waiting on this birthmark, Ryan.
Remember.
I'm not showing you my birthmark. It's too close to my asshole.
I think you kind of remind
What's wrong
me
with that?
For you, I'm not
Press
trying
one
to
in the
turn
chat.
you on.
What's wrong with that?
If you think Ryan's a full-blown liberal, press 1 in the chat.
He's a full-blown faggot's what he is now. I
We
want
all
to see
know
that
he's a fucking
birthmark.
liberal. He's a fucking liberal. We know it.
He's a fucking. I want to see that
Dude,
birthmark,
back in the
Ryan.
day,
God
he
damn
was
it.
fucking look, dude. Ryan back in the day used to talk about how great Nancy Pelosi was, and he used to talk
Now we
about
know
he
you're
didn't.
lying.
he said he
No,
used
he
to say
didn't.
we're gonna work together. And
Now you know you just shot
crazy
yourself in the
shit,
foot.
dude. You should have saw him, dude. You should you should
She
have saw
does
him.
have a nice rack, though. I mean, if you want to be honest, I
Look,
mean,
man,
she's got a nice
Gary,
rack
Wait,
on her.
Gary,
I
would you
fucking hate that woman
wait,
with a passion, but god
fuck?
damn it, does she got some nice fucking tits, man.
I would titty fuck
I
that
would,
Sweet.
cunt.
I don't even know if I could do it, but I'd fucking look at him and
We're
I'd go, damn it.
Hold on.
We're
Let me
definitely
Walk away.
getting canceled, boys.
Whatever,
me
bro.
see.
If you want to look up and see Nancy Pelosi's
I
tits,
am. I'm
man, you're
looking.
gonna fucking pull up the old Nancy Pelosi. Look at those
Dude,
tits.
I would titty fuck Nancy Pelosi until her fucking life ended.
Okay, let's see what her tits look like.
All right, you're gonna fucking see.
Let's see. Apparently, Nancy Pelosi's got a rack. Let's check it out.
She's
fellas.
definitely racked up. There's no doubt about
I'm
that.
fucking tell you right now. I bet you on my life.
I mean, her
Okay.
face looks like
You go
the
inside,
goddamn
dude.
crypt keeper,
Okay.
but she's got a rack on her, bro.
There's a rack. I mean, those aren't
Told
little.
you,
Nah,
dude.
bro. There's
Those
better
aren't little.
pictures than that, bro. You got to go to
Look at
younger.
that
That
fucking
dude, that
face,
bitch is
though.
racked up. I
her face
fucking hate her
her
so
face looks
much.
like fucking God hates
I
her.
fucking hate her so much.
Look at.
But
Have a good
wait till
night,
you
Connor.
see
You
these
know what that
titties.
was.
Look at. All right, look. Right. What's that?
No, you can't even get a good look in at them yet.
Look at
Yeah.
that. That's not a
Type
look.
in Nancy Pelosi.
No,
Big
I'm
old
not.
titties.
her face looks somebody
Some
her
weird
face looks
shit.
like
There
somebody
you go.
shot her in the face.
Well,
This
that
is what
bitch
you're
ain't even
looking
got an
at,
arm.
man.
She's
That's
got a
fucked.
rack, bro. I'm telling
You
you.
guys are fucked.
No, I
I'm trying to
fucking hate
find
that bitch.
one where I can say, okay, that's a okay, that's a
Yeah,
kind of a
yep.
rack right there. I ain't gonna lie. Them motherfuckers stand out.
Oh, I can tell you right now, Nancy's getting fucked. She's definitely getting fucked, bro. And so am I.
Man,
Dude, that was one of the best things I've
She's
heard.
getting
yet,
fucked.
dude.
She's getting fucked well. That
was
lousy son of a bitch.
funny, dude. That was funny. Ryan,
no,
that was. Did you hear?
no,
Did you hear Nancy's
get the
getting
fuck out of here.
wild, dude?
I'm not.
That shit was funny, dude.
Bro,
Hey,
but there was no
Alpaca,
dude. Those
you
kids
hear
showed
that?
no listen. Those
Come on,
kids showed no
Alpaca.
justice.
Dude,
Those
I'm
kids
gonna
showed no
I'm gonna
justice
fuck
at
her.
all. None.
Gary
I
comes
fucking
to
hate to
me.
say I'm the
Hold
last person ever to say, man, I love Nancy Pelosi
on. Dude, I would
because I
fuck her with
fucking
the
despise that
fury.
demon fucking woman, dude. That
Only on
fucking
this
evil witch
show are
bitch.
you gonna hear some commentary like that. Only right here are you gonna hear some shit like that, boy. Give it
This
up.
is
Give
fucking
me the
PG.
likes, bro. Hit the like fucking
This
button,
is
bro.
PG.
Hit the likes,
Just
bro.
wait till we start cooking.
No, it's definitely not PG.
Well, when it goes a little, just wait till this is close to PG. This you're gonna get it in this channel. I'm telling you.
Just wait until we start doing it from Discord. It's gonna be
I
wild.
would wreck Nancy Pelosi, dude. I mean, I would I would literally.
Unfortunately,
What about the old
I would
version?
have to do it out of just because.
Oh, I definitely
But
want her to be
I
old
would
when I
have the
do it.
old. You know how in or what's that one movie where he
Ryan like
bangs off to the
he
grandma
likes
and
them
he's
old.
looking at the old swimsuit picture
Yeah.
with Adam Sandler? Yeah, that's what I would do with fucking Nancy Pelosi.
You
But I'd
would?
have to bend her over. I don't even. I don't want to look at her face.
Oh, she's
Dude,
definitely getting bent over. You ain't gonna work. Well, I don't know. I want to see that rack.
That's what I was thinking. The
I
kid's
got
the only
surrounded
thing.
by some Nancy Pelosi loving liberals. I told you. I told you.
Ah,
But I knew it. And deep down, my liberal fucking radar was going off. It was like beep, 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 beep. I already knew Ryan, but Gary, man, coming from that fucking state that so fucking helped us out in the election, you know, that state, fucking worthless. Like that, I did the awkward silence. I just wanted to make it real awkward.
I'm laughing, dude. Give me a minute.
I did it on purpose.
Bro.
Like, bro, his state literally voted for fucking Kamala. What the fuck is wrong? God dang. Me and Ryan were like, are we the only ones in this whole fucking Discord that fucking helped this country?
when Virginia went down like that, we were like, fuck, dude,
Thanks,
that's
Brian.
so
Virginia ain't got nothing to do with
that's
this.
over backwards.
New York.
I'm going on like, God, yeah.
Dude.
I'm like, oh boy, who in what state? And who do I got to come on a bitch at today?
It was everybody.
Yeah, Tier got it too.
Tier,
dude, I learned like a year ago that Virginia was a faggot state. I didn't know that. I didn't know Virginia
Watch
was
the
a
word.
blue state.
Or unless we're not on that. You're right. All right.
It is pretty faggoty though. I ain't gonna lie. And
It's a shithole. It's a shithole, to be honest with you.
You know, it is what it is,
bro. He said, "Who's next?" AOC. I was that horse mouth bitch, man. Yeah.
Oh, don't get me started on her.
You know, I would smash it, but
who wouldn't?
Or out of probably just rage.
You would rage smash her?
Just for fucking no trophy status.
You would rage smash her?
I'll tell you what, I would fuck her whole life up.
I'd bend her over and just go to town.
I would literally fuck her whole life up.
See?
What type of things would you... Never mind. Hold on.
No, we're not going there.
Look at this broad. She would fuck your life all up, Gary.
Oh, dude, I would destroy her.
This bitch would try to debate.
I would fucking destroy that girl.
Fuck my life up enough already.
Playing poker, you'd have this bitch yapping in your fucking ear.
She wouldn't know which way. She wouldn't know which way is up or down.
In Palestine and shit, right in your fucking ear.
Fuck
and you'd be like, "Bitch, I'm trying to play poker." And you'd be like,
"Yeah, I'm trying to play poker, you motherfucker. You want to shut up?"
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fuck Nancy Pelosi, bro.
I'd love to. I'd love to.
Apparently. Jeez. Well, shit. Michelle Obama. What about Mike? Would you get it? Would you give Mike good old pounding?
Who, Big Mike?
Yeah.
Not Big Mike.
Come on.
No.
Big Mike.
Everybody knows it. Everyone knows it's a damn man. And if you don't already, good luck.
Her dick's bigger than mine.
I know. Sad.
I mean, that's not saying much, but
yeah.
Apparently, hey, I don't know. Ryan's always had a thing for Mike.
I know he has because he's fucking gay.
Michael Levon Robinson. There it is.
Those aren't her kids. She can't have kids. That's a fucking dude, bro.
Yeah, right there, look.
That's a goddamn dude right there.
There's a damn man.
How come she's taller than him, but in these pictures he's taller than her, but now she's taller than him?
Because they're trying to make it look like he's a he.
Big Mike for president.
Yeah.
Big
Save
Mike.
that, get that, clip that, dude. Fucking
I'm
grab
just
that picture.
putting that there for
And
you.
remember,
That should be
Big
the
Mike
back.
for
That
president.
should be the background of the fucking the show.
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
Right there.
That son of a bitch has probably got an 8-inch dick soft.
Yeah, you saw
You see her
flopping.
on fucking
Fucking-
Ellen, right, Gary? Love ya. Did you see her on Ellen, dude?
Man,
Gary?
him. Yeah, I saw him on the.
Oh, I don't know if I could do it on here. I'd have to do it on my phone because that might get me a fucking. Her on Ellen was unreal.
It looked like fucking Sean Kemp was on Ellen.
Yeah, it did. It looked like dude,
Fuck,
that
bro.
hog was fucking bouncing.
Super.
That hog was bouncing, dog. But yeah. Other than that, what else was I gonna say? Huh? Do we do any weather? It's cold. It's supposed to just stay shitty. You
I'd
know.
like to know what the hell the weather's gonna be like.
Remember.
Remember.
And remember.
I feel like I feel like so let's see what's going on here. I don't fucking know. This isn't it. Severe storms to impact the central and eastern U.S., Virginia Beach, Birmingham, North Carolina, all the way through to Savannah.
When's that supposed to happen?
That was 11 hours ago, so it's coming.
I mean, if it hits Virginia Beach, it's definitely going to hit me too.
It said
I'd fuck out.
South Central Northeast states
Got a raft.
with 50 to 60 miles an hour. Where does it say the time?
You want to know what's crazy, buddy? Last time, it was a couple nights ago. Like the wind was
Sunday
blowing real loud.
evening and night, 70-mile-an-hour winds.
That comforts me for some reason.
Yep, and it'll be for the next day or so, it says. There's parts of Louisiana, Texas that have some shit. There's parts of Odessa. Of course, we just talked about. So that's what we got going on. As far as locally, I think we're good, Ryan. I think it's just going to be cold rain. Yeah.
It's a good
Flooding.
song.
Couple dies, cat survives from fall. Ah, the couple dies, but the cat survives. Ah, is that bad that I'm laughing? Oh, you guys can't see what I'm seeing. Oh man, that's gay. Look at this though. Couple survives, fucking cat dies. I mean the other way around. They fell off a fucking cliff and the cat lived and the couple died. Who's left? Is it just me and you, Ryan, and you left? Really? You're worse than Tier. Where's my StreamYard and why is it acting like this? Hold on. Holy shit. Wow, my whole StreamYard got all sorts of weird for a minute there, guys. Ryan, are you pulling a tear and going to sleep or what? Because I'm gonna end this shit.
You got something to talk about?
Huh?
You got something to talk about?
What do you got? I'm sitting. What do you got to talk about, you cracker?
Trying to think. I don't know.
Get your ass up. The fuck you doing? This cracker's sleeping. He's worse than Tier. Him and Tier becoming very much alike, and he fucking always talks shit. But he's coming really walking like. Next thing you know, he's gonna start talking about fucking hockey.
The Avalanche. Let's
Yeah,
talk about the Avalanche. Get us
that's why he's not here right now because he's watching the
Bring him
hockey.
on up.
Huh?
Where is
Watching hockey.
Candy?
Candy. Hey, Deltron, where you at, dog? Come on through. Let's talk some ish before we get this ish bitch going off like a motherfucker. Ryan, man, you're boring the people.
Hey,
Hey,
where is he?
tell us a story about the Nelson Ledges.
It's almost always the same story. But, I mean, he, yeah, that's something. This is all like alleged bullshit story. First off, I'm not gonna say shit. Next, shit. Why aren't you up on the screen? Yeah. One time, let's see, we're walking. It was like 5 of us, and it's pitch black. And if you know what anything like the campground is, or Nelson Ledges, fucking. At nighttime, you're just walking down trails, just pitch black. A flashlight or something gets you through it. I mean, you're walking like you're crossing a lot of people. But we were walking one time and stumbled upon, let's see. There was one of us that had a fucking flashlight on 5 people. Now, we walked past this guy, and and he's being held up and he's limping, you know. And then we were like, what the fuck happened to this guy? Like, damn, somebody fucked him up. So we're walking like 15 minutes, you know. Now this is out of our head. We don't even fucking remember. But you know, one flashlight on the ground is with 5 people in a group. So you're always traveling in a group in this campground. It's not safe to go walking around by yourself. You know, boom, the flashlight comes on a fucking backpack. Fucking cash everywhere. Fucking bud, cash, fucking all of us just froze. There was only one flashlight, 5 people. And it locked on there, and everybody was like, oh. And then you saw nothing but hands. Just snatching up all this cash, fucking jamming it in our pockets, fucking grabbing bud, you know? And dude, we all got fucking, I don't know. We each got at least a couple hundred. At least. That's 4 or 5 people, yeah. You know, a bunch. Like, got to the car and we were like, holy fuck, what the hell just happened? And then the last day, we're all fucking broke as shit. And this fucking dude's like, hey, everybody's out of everything. And he's like, and the dude's like, yeah, we found these two, we found these guys who robbed this dude. They took all his weed and shit. And then, and they're like, we're just trying to fucking sell. So, all his bud was just put into different bags. It was all into one bag. Or, I mean, not a different bag, but all the different bags he had to put into one. So it was like, because it's all he had left. And then I ended up buying weed off the guy from the money that I got off of him that I picked up off the street. I didn't know. We didn't know. But I mean, that was one hell of a story. And you're at Nelson's and you just fucking find a backpack full of fucking money. It's like, yeah, holy shit.
That's a come up.
Bro, you know how many ground finds you get there?
Yeah, I found some good
I
shit.
found a gram of K once. I found,
I found lots of good shit.
oh, yeah. I've lost shit. I've found shit.
Lots of shit. Lots of shit. I've definitely lost more than I've
There's a story, though. That was 25 years ago. There's one story from Nelson. You wanted a Nelson story? There it is. That's one. There's 100 more.
I remember seeing Tommy Chong.
I was smoking with him too, bro. Hell yeah.
Pyramid Joe's tripping their balls off, and Tommy Chong coming in.
Fuck
and I have a few good Nelson stories, to be honest. I think one of the best ones is the one where it rained the whole time, and me and your brother and Melissa McGowan just fucked up the whole entire joint, dude. We just fucking, dude. I can't even say. I mean, but we had a good time. Let's just say that. We were sliding down mud hills and shit. It was fun. We sat in a tent for like a whole fucking 12 hours and just got.
Dude.
Bumbleclot, man.
I got another story, but it's. So, Merritt Nelson's and I, again, 25 years ago, I took a 10 strip ad. And I had a piece of chicken somebody gave me that they cooked off the grill. Then started tripping hard. I can't see this far in front of my face. Everything is just a kaleidoscope of colors, fucking craziness. And all of a sudden, I got it. Now, the worst thing in the world is when you're 90 degrees and you have to go to the bathroom and you're in a porta potty. I don't know what happened with this chicken, but it sent me into the bathroom. Imagine on a 10 strip trying to go back and forth from the campsite to the bathroom about 45 times. Everybody got mad because I had to make them hold my hand, take me to the damn bathroom. Worst time Nelson's ever. That's my number one worst time. Every other time, I had a blast. That stupid piece of chicken, bro. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, we made so much money. We did, bro.
I didn't
So much
do
money.
anything.
I did. I did. I'll say that.
I did nothing.
So much money, bro.
I didn't do nothing. Not me.
Oh shit, you guys would do that? Okay, no, I'm saying I made a lot at the festivals. I get what you're saying though. That's cool. Zaza, look how pretty she looks. Hi.
Oh my God. Hi, Zah.
Deltron, come through and smoke, bro.
You look gorgeous.
I'm gonna
Look at you.
put on some chill music though. We gonna do the this one.
This feels so strange. Strange layout I'm not used to.
Huh.
I'm getting used to it. I'm trying to figure it out. You know? Here we go.
Hi alpacas.
How you doing? Welcome back.
Who's alpacas? Do we know them?
I'm not sure.
Oh, well, they're awesome. We said hi.
So, man, Marley keeps bitching. He's like, bro, I keep feeding him. There's nothing I can do. Listen, we were talking about birthmarks earlier, and Ryan appeared to have one on his butt cheek.
Yeah.
Someone has a birthmark on their butt cheek?
Ryan does. I
have one on like my lower back.
Huh.
But I mean, that means in my past life, I was killed by getting shot in the ass.
No, it means you probably liked it in your ass in your past life, is what it was saying.
Yeah.
He likes it in the ass in his current
That
life.
was probably the spot that your fucking significant other used to fucking aim for.
I don't know. I think I was struggling to get away, and they stabbed me in the ass.
Stabbed you with what?
A sword.
A sword? So you got your ass sorted up?
Whoa.
I guess.
That'd be a shitty way to die, is to get your ass cut up, you know?
I would want my ass cut
like
up.
You die, sir, and they just cut you a whole nother butt crack right down and right where your birthmark would be.
But and then, did they hang little anuses up and they dry them and hang them up in the one by one?
Do you think if you had a birthmark on your ass back then, they would like prance you in front of the whole town to make fun of you and shit? Everybody throw shit at you like, look at him.
Witch.
Look at him. This guy's got a birthmark on his ass. Look
He's
at
a
him.
retard.
He's a fucking witch. Yeah, they're gonna put you in the dungeon with the fucking midget 3'11".
Hey, now we're talking. Now you woke me up.
All right, here's a scenario. Would you get locked in a dungeon with and have a 3'11" midget, or would you rather go to a Nancy Pelosi rally with
midget?
No, with the girl that said, what's Greta Thunberg? You would go into a dungeon
With if it's which midget?
a 3'11".
It's got to be the one that I fucking been sending.
It'll probably be like a medieval type one, though. I don't know if they'd be different than nowadays. That's a risk that I cannot tell you because I don't never seen a medieval midget. Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah. Oh,
I bet they're probably
in
not
Game
that
of Thrones. Peter Duncan or whatever the fuck is Duncan, whatever the fuck his name is. There you go.
Alfonso's in the house.
Alfonso.
I told you Ryan has a look in his eyes he hasn't kissed an 18-year-old muff black midget on his dickhead in 2 weeks.
It's been way too long.
Alfonso, dude. So Ryan, have you kissed an 18-year-old muff black midget on his dickhead in 2 weeks? Huh? That's fuck crazy talk.
I just read this shit. I'm just reading it now.
Me too. That's fucking funny. Holy shit.
She said, "No
got a look in his eye.
I just wrote them gas roll proof." Hey, girl, you do your thing, girl. J.K. Rowling. What about J.K. Rowling? What you know about J.K. Rowling, Zaza? You know something about J.K.
Who's writing books?
All I know is that she's like homophobic, apparently, transphobic, all that stuff.
Yeah, there's a bunch of bad things.
Yeah. Like she
didn't know
a lot.
But the books.
What did she even write again?
I don't know. I didn't know that. I didn't even know she was homophobic.
It's something big. Something big.
I had no idea, dude.
Series.
I swear to you not.
I know it's a big series. I just don't know which big series.
What did she write? J.K. Rowling. Oh, here's Deltron. Uh-oh.
Harry Potter. Okay, see, I wanted to say that, but I didn't want to be wrong. I was scared.
Harry Butthole Pussy Potter.
Yeah.
That's right. What up, G? What's going down?
My bad, bro. I've been going through it the past couple of days and shit. You know, hi, how you doing? My grandma passed away and everything, and my family and shit. They're like, my dad's doing life in prison, and that's his mom. So I've been like, doing all the messaging for him and shit, and like been calling the whole family and everything. So it's like it's been really hard, bro.
Condolences, brother.
But I'm back now.
Condolences to you and your family, man. It's all good.
Thank you, brother.
Man. Prayers to you, bro.
She lived a good life, bro. It's just that, some of my family's shady and shit, and they're being, just shady with like the money and everything, and they're not thinking about like the important things first,
Yeah.
Look out.
Just another lesson how capitalism.
On J.K. Rowling's
thinking about their pockets before thinking about their grandma.
He's trans stance. Backlash.
Your grandma, worry about your pockets later, right, yo?
I don't know. Let's
bury your loved ones before you're worried about who's getting what and and what fucking money is going where, you know?
Yeah, have some respect.
Because nothing's gonna replace your mom's voice when she's gone. Nothing's gonna replace your father's voice when she's gone, or anybody you love, right? No amount of money can numb that shit. So why the fuck are you like, you know? And that's pretty much what they're doing right now. It's a bunch of weird shit going on. But you know, be what it be. Capitalism's evil, man. That's the only reason. Because if money wasn't here like that, or if it wasn't like as fucking needed as it was, like if it wasn't such a fucking hard resource to get or some shit, or even if like the cost of living and healthcare wasn't that fucking high or didn't involve so much currency, right? Then people wouldn't be tripping off like what they're getting when somebody passes away, bro. You know?
Yeah.
People wouldn't be shooting their best friends over a dollar bill.
Yeah, right. I think they always have been, but nowadays I feel like the trust level is just gone for people.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of sad, dude. Honestly, because we didn't grow up that way. Like we trusted people, but we always had our like, you know, our eye on motherfuckers. But we were able to like, you know, kind of live.
We saw people as humans, bro, and like at the end of the day, like humans can fail or they could be great, you know, and all you could do is hope as a person, right, that the other person's gonna do the right thing. But you know, they always expect the unexpected. But nowadays, fuck, the unexpected's even like shocking nowadays. You know, it's not like it was when we were growing up, bro. You know?
Nope. We're the last of a dying breed.
Yeah, like for real. The Gen Xers and the millennials, bro, we're the last.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah, like everybody's
the Gen Zers,
getting
they understand,
softer,
though, they have all the knowledge and
softer.
shit. But I feel like the Gen Zers, they're disillusioned, bro. They're disillusioned with like everything, bro, because they're born into this age where everything is everything, you know? Like we didn't grow up with that shit. We didn't grow up with like the internet and all the knowledge of the world in our pockets, you know?
Right.
We just we had to trust people. We had to like really build trust.
We didn't have access to anything we needed in our pocket at all times.
Exactly. So knowledge was credible. You know, faith in community was credible. You know, whether you were a fucking, you know, whatever, fucking, you know, if people can agree on basic facts. But nowadays, no, you can't even agree on basic facts. I had to tell this one dude, like, what's today's date? And he told me the date. I was like, okay, we can agree on that.
And there'll be somebody like Ryan who argue with you. To me, dude, I missed a whole. I thought it was Saturday on a Sunday. For the whole entire Sunday, I lived like it was Saturday. It was crazy, dude. I if you would have told me it was Sunday, I would have not listened to you, dude.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt on fucking Thursday, bro. Thursday I was dropping my son off, but he didn't have school on Friday, and then the fair was in town. So I'm over here thinking it was Friday when I was picking him up, and like I was like, isn't my mama supposed to pick him up? She always picks him up on Fridays, and I was like, oh fuck, it's Thursday. I'm high, you know. Like, I'm off like by a whole day, you know.
What's up, D-Bone? How you doing, brother, man? Hope you're doing well.
D-Bone, my brother from another mother.
Hi, D-Bone.
Excuse me.
Hey, sweet dreams to you, Apalcus. Have a good night. God bless.
I got another one of these, bro. I got another one of these yada yada bags.
It was great
20 grams,
to see you.
$40.
Good stuff.
Some fire.
Kind of adding on to what was said before, I think a big issue is that they have access to too much knowledge and too much information, so that they can't decipher what's false and what's true, fact and fiction.
Well, yeah,
and that's why they can't agree on anything.
Yeah,
because they can't decipher. Yeah.
Yeah, and back in the day, it was like people couldn't agree on anything because cultural differences or because how they grew up. But now it's not even just how you grow up; it's how you grow up and what you're indoctrinated with too. You know?
Yeah, right. Like now, it can be the difference between what TikTok video you saw. That could change your friendship based on a TikTok video. Like they're like, oh, I saw this, now I have this perspective, and it's the opposite of your perspective. Now I don't like you. It's
like I just tell people to use your critical thinking skills. You know, like my little brother, for instance, he's 18, and he was telling my mom, that none of those houses that got burnt down, they were all blue or something, and because they were all blue, none of them got burned or whatever. But no, you can't decipher where lava's gonna spread, right? Like where lava, like the Hawaii thing. I forgot what it was. It was some TikTok video where
I'm
supposedly
not familiar.
yeah, it's weird. It was weird. This is like when the Maui stuff was happening, when Oprah and The Rock went out there and all that, right?
Yeah.
There were people on TikTok saying the only reason some of those houses that didn't burn down, the houses that did survive, is because they were painted blue, rather than their location or rather than yeah. So I was just like, damn. So you got kids believing in this just based on the fucking color of the house you paint, you know? Like that's it's just weird, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know, flat earthers have more validity than a point to that than that, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we got. That's the type of arguments that you got people out there thinking like, oh yeah, the government did the whole lava thing on purpose, like as if they got control of fucking volcanoes, bro. You know, that's crazy, bro. That's just crazy thinking, you know? Like
I have suspicions that they can control volcanoes because there's places where the weather
yeah, but that's seeding clouds, but you need clouds in order to seed clouds, like, you know. And
but if you could seed that into the air, if you could seed that into the atmosphere, there's no reason why they couldn't cause a volcano.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you know, but that day, you know, was there any helicopters that flew over?
Okay,
you know,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do research, right? And
like, what's the chance
research
that
will not lead to that conclusion? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can almost guarantee it. You know, by not even having to study myself, by somebody saying, "Oh, the houses were painted blue, and that's why they didn't burn down." I'm just like, no, bro, that sounds crazy, bro.
No, okay. I understand. I'm following what you're saying. Like, you're like, how did they control where the lava went? Like, yeah.
I think there's flat, bro.
When it blows up, that's like crazy.
Hey, I think the Earth's flat, bro.
Huh?
I think not the Earth's flat, but I don't believe that it's round.
If you go at 88,000 miles in the sky, you'll see the curvature of the Earth. And then there's Stephen Hawking, bro. If you believe in Stephen Hawking and all the stuff.
No, I don't even believe in Stephen Hawking.
Oh,
though.
bro,
I think
Stephen Hawking, you don't believe in him?
No.
I don't believe in Stephen Hawking either.
I can't have this conversation.
Do I believe in Stephen Hawking, bro? Do I?
A lot of his shit is just unarguable because even Einstein, right? Years later, Einstein
I don't
was
believe
like
in Einstein.
Einstein's fucking bullshit.
No, but check this out. Einstein, with his calculations, he got stuck at black holes. And he said, in space, there should be a fucking gravitational waves if you want to detect where a black hole is. And fucking 50 years later, bro, this nigga Stephen Hawking goes, yes, there is black holes. And this is the calculation and this and that. And he proved Einstein right. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, hey, bro, these people like 50 years
Einstein
apart, doing all these calculations.
Was
they're proving each other right.
No.
To say the Earth is flat, bro, but to see everything else, why is everything else in the sky a sphere then? You know?
I'm not saying the Earth is flat, but it sure shit ain't round. It's spinning on a ball.
Nah, I think. Well, it's actually more like a what they call it? They call it a pear. It's more like a pear. Because the water, when it hits the gravity from the moon,
it looks like a vagina.
It's like 80% water. That's what we're a rocky planet, but 80% of our surface is water. So our fucking form actually is very like it changes when the moon is rotating around us because the moon obviously controls the tidal waves. So if anything, to be exact, it's like a pear, you know, because the way gravity works.
I can agree with you on that. Now I don't think Zah agrees. I want to hear Zah because I know she doesn't agree, and I love to hear opposite opinion. That's why I said it.
I don't think it's a perfect circle. It's more like
it's
more like an oval. I wouldn't say a pear.
Exactly.
But
there you go. An oval. Yeah,
because
it's oval. It's like
the way that it spins, the gravitational, it's to us it's spinning slow, but to itself it's spinning quickly, and the gravity forces the outer edges to expand.
Yeah, because time, because not distance, but
hold on,
it's relativity, but it's like speed and distance.
I was done. I was gonna say though, it's not like a very flat oval like this. It's like it's almost round. It's just very, very minorly oval like. Yeah.
Like a titty?
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you're in a car, bro, that's going really fast.
That works. That works.
You don't feel like you're going that fast, but then the person on the outside that sees you just zooming by, It's kind of like that when we're on Earth, when it's spinning around, we're part of it. We're part of the gravitational pull. That's why we don't feel those spins, feel that rotation and shit, you know. Plus, we have an atmosphere that also stops us from feeling a lot of the stuff that going on in fucking crazy ass space.
I like that you said that thing about atmosphere, because a lot of people think that gravity like pulls on things differently. Like if something's heavier, they think gravity's pulling on that stronger. But it's not that. It's because we have an atmosphere and we have aerodynamics. Like if you dropped a car feather on the moon at the same time, they would hit the ground at the same time because there's no air to go under the feather to lift it.
What's gravity?
Right. Exactly.
Gravity is an energy between 2 points that draws
There
them
you go.
together or
There you
locks them into something.
No.
Zaza's educated. I love it. To explain
And
it
where
in
did
a-
you
in a
get
weird way,
that theory from?
gravity is just a force of nature. Just like
It's not a
fucking,
theory. It's just the definition of gravity.
yeah, it's a definition. They don't actually know what it is, but
Exactly.
at the same time,
'cause it
you know,
doesn't
gravity is a
exist.
force just like time.
But
and
that's
space
like
is.
saying what's time. No one knows
It
exactly what
is.
time
It
is.
is
Yeah, because
exactly
time
right.
disappears in a black
Yeah.
hole.
Like saying what's
Time
done.
disappears in a black hole.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we just can't have the answers to, but gravity is the name that we came up with for what keeps two objects locked.
For buoyancy and density. Yeah.
Like even the speed that you get pulled into a black hole at, and there's so much gravity right there. If you make it to like the event horizon, right, from the outside perspective, like if we're in a ship watching you go in, it looks like you're just kind of there. You know what I'm saying? And you could just be sitting there for like fucking thousands and thousands of years, and you'll be sitting there in that same place. But from your perspective, you're just in the black hole, and you keep going and going and going, and you're going hella fast. Like
Yeah,
past
that's
the
time
fucking,
dilation.
yeah, there you go. So like fucking, that's another thing too. Like if you're sitting down and I'm running past you and we're both staring at Andromeda at the same time, we might see the same fucking sky, but I'm seeing something days apart from what you're seeing, just because I'm running and you're staying still.
Hey, D-Bone, you want
That's
to come
fucking
up?
crazy. That's where time disappears, bro. Like you start going crazy and shit, you know?
Yeah. No, I do
Time
that.
is the measurement of time is made up. Numbers are made up. There's not actually any numbers or anything. If you go in between 0 and 1, you have 0.5, and then 0.05, 0.005. It never ends. It's just how humans have to codified our existence so we can make it make sense. But there's a lot we don't understand.
Yeah, there's probably a lot more crazy ass math out there that we haven't even invented yet. You know what I'm saying? Like
D-bone, gravity.
yeah.
Gravity.
You know, that's why I
Bomba clock. Bomba clock.
You should be looking in the oceans first. To be really a logical thinker, right? Zah? Like they would come
I
from
do
the
think we
ocean
should
first,
look in
right?
the oceans too. Well, not first, but at the same. It should have the same priority. Yeah.
Because look at like this, the universe is constantly expanding.
I got you, dude.
The fucking chances of life in the universe is like fucking low percent. It's a high percent, but very low at the same time for it to be next to us. Then you got to do the Fermi and the Draco equation and think, how long does it take for a civilization to even travel to their moon or travel, to even fucking industrialize? So, you think we're all on the same scale in this fucking randomized fucking simulation of space that's constantly expanding away from each other, and then they're gonna come here, zoom around a couple times and dip? Nah, bruh. I feel like if anything, they're in the ocean and they've been here. If they are here though, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying this is hypothetical. If they are here, logically speaking, I feel like they would come from the ocean. Because if you go to like the deepest depth, that's where light can't even break through. So theoretically, you could have a fucking small city down there, or even a big one, and have it under like some kind of cavern. Your people have adapted to that. They're just like a subspecies, kind of like what Bigfoot would be considered if he was a real thing. Like a subhuman, you know what I'm saying, but still humanoid, being that has intelligence, that knows things, that knows how to survive. Maybe they're just the branch of the people that broke off when we split off from ocean to land and shit. People's theories on mermaids. I think maybe that's a thing.
What is your theory on
More
mermaids?
so than
What's your theory on
civilization
mermaids?
traveling here.
Zah, do you have a theory on mermaids?
I think it's a possibility, more so than fucking unicorns.
I wouldn't say. I would say that there's something that could resemble a mermaid, but I wouldn't say that it resembles a human. I would say it's more like a fish than a human, in that I don't think someone would compare it to a human. Like, I think it would be about as close to a human as, like, I don't know, maybe having 2 long fins, but yeah, I would still
Maybe a
think
giant
it looks very
tadpole.
fish.
Ryan, question for you. Would you bang a mermaid if it was 3'11"?
Okay, listen. First off, with the mermaid, I'm gonna go
Would you
with.
bang a
I'm gonna
3'11"?
go. We'll start with the. What was the question again? When we
Would you
started
bang
out.
a mermaid if it was
No,
3'11"?
not that question. What were we talking about before? I'll answer that question in a minute.
We were talking about what's the difference. We were talking about how
Uh,
people have to know
mermaids.
that
Yeah.
the dreadnought equation
Listen.
exists.
Yeah.
And most
There's so
likely,
much. Listen. There's so much of the ocean that's unexplored. How can you say there might not be one? I don't know.
yeah, right.
I can't
Exactly.
say that there's not one. Just like aliens coming out of the ocean, I believe that there could be UFOs coming out of the ocean. I believe.
There are some
Yeah,
things we
because
You
do know.
know, I
that's where
believe
they would
that,
hide, right?
and Bigfoot's not out of my picture either.
I know you
feel like
dream about him every
I
night.
feel like Bigfoot's had Jedi
Now
mind tricks,
back to
bro.
the 3'11"
You don't want to find
midget
him, bro. He's
mermaid.
gonna live in your head rent free, bro. If you ever set eyes upon him, he's in your head. For
Ryan's
the rest of
been
your life.
wanting to get on his hog ever since he's seen it.
I would be fishing every night for, I don't know. Maybe if I threw Twix bars out like the midget, I would fucking be able to catch me a 3'11"
No, bro, like the Slim Jim commercial.
mermaid.
You
And
gotta
if
have
I
Slim Jim
caught
for the
one,
Bigfoot, bro.
do you think I'm gonna let the government know? Hell no! I'm taking that shit.
How big would
Putting
you
that in
think
a
midget
big thing of water. I've got a big fucking huge pressure
Hey,
water
the
tank.
government
I'll
always
throw it in
finds
that
out,
water
bro. Especially with issues pertaining to mermaids and
and
Bigfoot.
bring her
They
home.
always find out, bro. They're just gonna pull up, and you're gonna be like, "How the fuck did you go?"
You're right. I know. They would. Do you think the government would let us know if they found a mermaid? Honest to God.
No, but that happens all the time. It's always a civilian like fishing or something, and they're just there, and fucking out of nowhere, like fucking the army pulls up, and they're just like, "What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what the fuck is going on? You know? And then they
Isn't
fucking grab
America
you
Day
up and shit.
also Wednesday? Isn't America Day also Wednesday? However you pronounce it, America Day.
What was that?
Who?
D-Bone said it in chat, but I thought it was a day of the week in French. Lundy, Marty, America.
3-foot mermaid, aka Mercy.
Mercedes.
When it comes
Get it right,
aliens and
3'11".
shit, though, I just want people to think that shit logically because I want to see aliens. I want that shit to be real. But, you know, but at the end of the day, let's think logically about it. They're not coming here from so fucking far away, bro. You know, and if they are, niggas should be worried. You know what I'm saying? Because they're here for a fucking reason, bro. I mean, do we walk past fucking stray cats in the fucking? Maybe every once in a while we'll pick them up and take them home or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, you got a cat at home, right? Or you got, you know, you've already seen that before. Like, you know, you don't look at cat hills and offer them fucking industrialization and shit. So for them to have like that kind of ability to travel from one planet to another, knowing that like probably the planets are hella far away from each other, then shit, bro, they're not here for no reason, bro. They're here for resources, or they're here for fucking you know, counterintelligence or something, bro. Or maybe they're just watching us, like, look at all these fucking monkey people hitting people with their cars and killing each other with fucking nuclear missiles, and they invented this thing called money, and they're hella weird.
Have you ever seen
Like,
the
you
show
got like
The
that Doctor
100?
Strange movie, remember? She goes, no, all the food in this universe is free. You know?
Yeah, nothing's free. We know that.
Have you
but,
ever
I mean,
seen the
they
show
were traveling in different
The
universes in
100?
that movie, and she was on a different planet where everything's just free, you know? Like, you don't pay for food on that planet, bro, you know? And I thought that was a dope idea, you know?
I feel like
Why should people starve, bro?
Ryan would love to live on a planet where everything's free.
Why should people go to jail because they can't pay their speeding ticket, you know?
Because they shouldn't speed.
Yeah, they shouldn't speed, but at the end of the day, like, why are you going to jail because you can't pay? You know?
Because you
I mean, you can
shouldn't
set up payment
drive.
programs and shit like that, right? But if you got to make it to work and you got to pay your rent, you can't choose between paying the government and paying your rent. You know, I'm not gonna be homeless because some fucking asshole cop decided to, decide I was doing this or that, or fucking maybe I was at that red light and I did
But-
stop, but he decided that I didn't stop good enough for him. You know what
But
I'm saying?
if the dummy didn't stop or speeded,
This is
and
just an
the
example,
cop gave him a fucking ticket, right?
It's just an example how
And
we
you
lock up
shouldn't
people
get
for being
behind the
wrong all
wheel if you can't pay the fee.
time.
What punishment would you suggest if they keep evading?
I think
No,
you
my
should
punishment
chuck
I
off the
suggest is
cop
to,
right
like,
there on
is
the
to make
spot,
it to
and the
where
cop should just
to
let him
where
go
like
home.
you could plead your okay, you could already
Death
plead your
penalty.
case, of course.
Like Ryan,
But if
dude.
you have to
Ryan personally would fucking give the cop a hand job right there on the spot and get off. No problem.
Hey, nah, bro, I pulled a Neil Patrick Harris. I was taking my coworker home, right? And this car was just stopped at this red light that you could obviously go on a right on, but they were just there for like, I swear, like 3 or 4 long ass minutes. So I went around them, bro, but I wasn't supposed to do all that. But I went around
I don't
them
know, Devo.
and I was looking at them all crazy. And then the cop pulled me over, dude, and he was screaming at me like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" and this and that. And he let me go, bro, And he goes, "And you better not." And this is like during the whole BLM thing. So he's like, "Hey, yeah, and you better not ever say a fucking cop is a dickhead and all this stuff." And I was like, "Okay, thank you." He goes, "All right." I was like, "I love you." And he goes, "What?" And I pulled off. You know how Neil Patrick Harris did that? Remember, he was
To
like, "I love
answer
you."
your
And he
question,
was like,
how
"What?"
would I
He just pulled
do
off.
it though? I feel
Yeah,
like
so-
the speeding tickets thing though.
Oh, I was
I feel
asking him because he's the one that said that he didn't like that punishment. So I was like,
Oh.
but what would
Oh
you
yeah,
do?
no.
I
I
feel
was
like-
saying this. No, it's not about the punishment, right? It's about the situation of the person. So
Because
if,
what
like,
happens
I was a
is-
person that just got like out of jail, for instance, prison, and I just got my license back and I'm trying to work, and maybe I get pulled over for something. I shouldn't go back to fucking jail because I can't afford to pay it. I should get set up with a court date, and it should just keep building up interest until it's at something that's like reasonable for me to fucking be incarcerated for or held accountable for. You know what I'm saying? But to lock people up because they can't afford these like little petty fucking fees, that like parking fees and shit like that, and to threaten them with
So then
incarceration
why have
or to
a-
even like take away their benefits, I think that's kind of crazy. It's one thing if you're like causing accidents and driving recklessly, but like, oh, I didn't make the yellow light and it turned red and now I have to pay for this fucking running a red light, And
That could
it
be
was kind
driving
of like,
recklessly, though.
no, because say I'm in the middle of the lane, right, and the light
Gotta
turns
have
yellow,
laws.
and I'm behind another car that was already doing the same thing, right? Sometimes you have to go with the flow of traffic, because if I would have stopped at that yellow light and the other car that's doing 40 behind me, right? So it's sometimes the cops don't get to see the whole situation. And of course you could explain your way out of it, but at the same time, not everybody has time to like go to court on the date they want them to go to, and then you could try to fucking redo it, but then people struggle, bro. And all I'm saying is those people that are struggling, shouldn't be threatened with our incarceration, because that's just going to put more stress on an already stressful situation.
It usually has to get really far before they threaten you, though. Like, you have to evade
Yeah.
pay
Well,
fee a lot.
yeah.
So, like, in a scenario where they evade paying that fee consistently, what would you do to punish them in that case?
Oh no, and that's what I'm saying. If they're getting that fee consistently, right? It's been like a year or so. They should definitely have a court date and maybe get their license taken away, whatever. Because if you get your license taken away and you drive without a license, now that's different, But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is like most people like where I live. I've already explained this to Tim hella times. Like the living rate out here in California is $28 for a 1-bedroom apartment. You have to make $28 an hour and work full time for a 1-bedroom apartment, and that's just to afford that. That's not including your Comcast, your car insurance, your car payment, all that. So all I'm saying is people are working their asses off out here, barely making it, and you should really take that into notice when it comes to who you're serving tickets to and what situations it comes to when they have to go to court and see their day in court, rather than just not figuring out people's financial situation. And now you got like mothers, right, that are trying to make it to work every day and feed their kids, and you're threatening them with incarceration.
Well,
Usually they won't threaten you unless you have many of
No,
those.
they do it all the time out here, but it's not as bad as it used to be, but they still do it. Like I have a ticket right now, and they're saying you got to pay.
But
But
you're
it's,
not
it's
a
your
mom.
first ticket. It's your first ticket, your first offense, and they're
you're
threatening
not
for
a
you to go
mother,
to jail.
dude. You're
Yeah,
not
because that's what they do out here. Because you know why? The jails need fucking people in them to make
How
more
long
money.
has it been since
That's
you
why.
paid the
Because
fee? Though?
well, no, that's been since like last April, and I've already paid on it. But all I'm saying is I was getting letters within like 3 months. You know, you need to make this court date, and I'll reschedule it. And
How much was it?
it was like about $600. Because what happened was I was behind a diesel, and we were going at the light, and the light or whatever turned yellow while we were in the middle just going. But he was just going a little too slow because he's a truck. I got a Lexus IS 250. If it was me with nobody in front of me, I would have been there, you know. But he was
I
going a
have
little
one
too
quick
slow.
question.
So the cop decided to pull me over instead of the person like that was in front of me in the first place, going slow, kind of stopping traffic, kind of, you know, making a danger. They pulled me over first. And,
I have a quick question.
So
is like some sort of payment plan available, like, or do you have to pay it all at once?
no, you have to you can make a payment plan like I did, but then also there's like I said, there's a lot of people that, you know, that are just working every fucking day and like can't really, you know, always make it to there, and then sometimes they might miss that one date that they shouldn't have missed, you know. All I'm saying is there's a possibility, well, not even just a possibility, because I've seen people just, you know, they didn't pay for their DUI thing, you know what I'm saying, and then they're trying to make it to work so they can pay for that DUI thing, and now they're arrested, you know, and then they're on probation, and there's this whole loophole thing, and then it's just kind of a way to keep people in jail so you can kind of make the jails more money. You know,
It is
if we
a
can't lock people
nasty
up for
system,
crimes, if
but
crime's going
man,
down, we'll lock them up for not paying their tickets and being broke.
I would say that some people are put in there unfairly. Not all nonviolent crimes need to be punishable by jail time, but there are a lot of situations where it is necessary and people are too lenient, and then a drunk driver kills someone's family. So
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's a hard thing to be like, what's the right thing to do here? How do we fix it?
Yeah.
No drunk driving.
Yeah, but see, I wasn't drunk
who's gonna
driving though,
listen?
you know what I'm saying? I was just behind a truck, you know what I'm saying? And the truck was going too slow. And, you know, I took responsibility for it. I was like, yeah, whatever, you know, but at the same time, I was like, you know, that's kind of weird though, bro, because it's like, you know, the light was literally yellow and I was literally almost done into the next lane. There was no cars going. They were letting us go. Everything was fine. And the only thing was that truck was just going a little bit, you know, a little bit slow on that turn, man. Doesn't want to fucking, you know. And if I would have stopped, that car in the back of me probably would have ran into me. So, I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, broke people shouldn't go to jail because they broke, you know.
Hi, Alex.
Alex, what up, motherfucker? What up, bro? Hope you good. Happy Saturday night, Sunday morning.
Warriors in Game 7.
Was there a Game 7 tonight?
D-Bone, we have those breathalyzers, you know, but, you know, they got to get in trouble so many times before they get a breathalyzer thing like that. And then, you know, you got to blow it in. You got to go eagle, eagle, eagle. And then you got to, then it'll start to
My boy does that shit too. He has one of those in his car. I don't know if he still got it in there, but he had it in there. The little breathalyzer thing where you have to go like this to start it up.
Yeah. That's what D-Bone's talking about.
Yeah, they make you do all kinds of shit, and there's a lot of safety protocols. I'm just saying the very thing of like, there's different things that we have to partake in life that we can go to jail for just because we're broke, you know?
Yeah. Not every time is the situation considered, but I like to think that a lot of the time the situation's considered. Like if it's their first time, obviously in your scenario it wasn't. That was pretty unfair. But you did confess to, you did say, yeah, I did that. So
well, yeah, because like, what am I gonna say? No, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I'm gonna get out the pool and be soaking wet, and they're gonna be like, "You get in that pool?" Like, no.
Well, if you really feel like you have a valid argument, you're allowed to plead that. Like if you're like, if you look at the speed of this car, there's no way.
D-Bone, dash cams are getting more popular with cars.
Yeah.
For insurance purposes
showed up to
and
the
stuff like that.
I was supposed to show up to, so he was kind of a dickhead. Like usually they don't even show up. The cops, you know. This fool showed up to the second one. The first one he didn't even show up to, and I explained my case, and they're like, "Okay, well, you got to come back here on this day with your license, because that's the only thing I didn't have on me was my driver's license, because it had cracked in the dryer." So I was like, "Okay, so I'll order another one," and I didn't order another one. So they sent me another letter saying, "Hey, you missed this hearing. This cop showed up." They told everybody who showed up, and they gave me a final like fine of like $500+. It was like something like that, like $600 almost.
We'll talk about it later. I think.
Yeah.
Not you. Sorry. My bad.
Yeah, but yeah, it was like $600 though. So now I'm just paying on that.
Well, you didn't order it.
Huh? Yeah, I know.
You didn't order it, and you didn't go.
I got lit. I get lit and forget.
And also, there was something you said earlier, like some people need to make it to work so they can pay for the ticket, so they can't come to the court date. But they're going to punish you more severely if you don't make it. So if you can make it to work, I feel like you should be able to make it to the court date. You should be able to call work and be like, I have an important emergency that I have to attend to.
You know, and even beyond traffic, right? Even beyond traffic, there's things like petty theft, right? Somebody's homeless and they go in there and they try to steal a ho-ho and they take them to jail instead of just citing them right there and letting them go back into the community. Or
they
whatever.
should.
Like,
they should probably beat the fuck out of them.
Like, you nutrition needing motherfuckers, we'll give you a free meal right now, bologna sandwich, you know?
Beat their asses.
Yeah, you know, so like I just think there's a lot of different ways they lock broke people up, bro, to fund the jail, because the more people are in there, it's like I forgot, in prison it's $150 a day that you're in there, you know, so imagine what the jails are. It's probably like 80 to 150, whatever, you know, so they get money that way, locking people up, man, because when there's nobody in there, there ain't no money.
I can understand not locking people up and like only fining them and whatnot, as long as the crime does not put anyone in danger or
there's a lot of people that need to be locked up, bro.
Or hurt anybody.
Yeah. And then clearly you're gonna have records on these people. If you know they're homeless, you shouldn't lock them up for not being able to pay these things. If anything, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to sound like,
but they should
have to pay. Are able to afford it? Yeah, they're gonna have to pay it. Exactly. I don't want to sound biased on that. But what I am trying to sound is like the humane part, you know, like realize that, hey, these people are in dire situations. Maybe we can force them like to get on probation, where their probationary officer will put them in welfare programs where they could pay these tickets off, or they can, you know what I'm saying, get a better, stable life instead of just incarcerating them all the time and then letting them back on the streets to do heroin, you know, or anything else.
But at what point is the cop playing a therapist instead of a cop?
Well, yeah, but that's what
a lot of those choices are personal choices.
Cops are social workers by definition, you know, so they should be trained better to deal with those situations, in my opinion, right? Like they used to do this in LA, you know, they would have a social worker with a cop, and a cop would pull up and they had a social worker that was assigned to each district that knew people within that district. So say Tim's neighborhood, right? Say everybody knows Tim in the neighborhood. He would ride around with the cop and be a certified social worker for that neighborhood. So he knows if like the neighbor next door has a gun to his head and shit and he's tripping out, Tim would probably be able to talk him down. You know what I'm saying?
It's
so
definitely
that's where you get community involved, you know, but we don't have that. We have cops that pull up and shoot and ask questions later. You know?
It's definitely their job to refer.
Living in California, bro.
Supposed to be like, you know, all those jobs, even the president, you're supposed to be a civil servant, bro. You know,
it's definitely their job to refer people to those places, but 9 times out of 10, they refer them, and the people don't go through with it. They don't do the effort or put forth the effort to do that.
Yeah,
because they're already so deep in their headspace, and so they're so stuck. Which I understand. I understand being stuck too, but at the same time, the officer can't make them unstuck. They have to do that and decide, yeah, I want to do this. I want to get my shit together.
But if
it's your job,
there's laws for a reason.
Yeah, but if it's your job to pull up and like protect people, right, and make sure, and really what their job is to like how you say it, like confine a situation. So when they come somewhere, the cop's job is to make the situation stable. You know what I'm saying? Terminate the threat, make it stable. That doesn't include mental health evaluation. That doesn't include doing recon.
I think cops should be able to like look, bro, like if I caught if I caught somebody selling some fatty to like one of my friends or my kid or my nephew or something, right? I would just say, just put him, like, you have a right to just pew pew. That, just unalive him. Like,
you know me, bro. Due process.
Due process, bro. That is it. The that's it.
Due process. No, all I'm saying is, that's what they did in LA
Sorry.
for a little bit. They stopped doing it, but they used to do that for the gang neighborhoods, the gang infested neighborhoods. They'd have somebody that's like a local member of that neighborhood, be able to tell you, hey, this is going down. You should put a little bit more cops here to, contain the situation because there's going to be something crazy happening, and then stuff would happen in that neighborhood and the cops would pull up, but that representative would be there, to kind of like, hey, what's going on, bro? Imagine that, Tim, like, the cops actually doing their job and working with you in your community to make your community more safe, rather than pulling up and having everybody all spooked and shit, and kind of making the situation worse than what it is. I think it'd be better like that, but we don't practice that. It's a mental health problem. If we had more cops that were like, I'm not saying, I think cops are great when they're involved with the community, all their little activities they do and all that, but we already know, bro, like, their training, as far as their training goes and how they approach situations, has had a bad rap, man. A bad fucking rap, dude. And it needs to change in that form where it's like, hey, we're still containing situations, but at the same time, we're fixing situations too. We're making sure that the community knows who we are, that they trust us. Because if you're a cop and your community don't really trust you like that, which of course they don't, what makes you think you're going to be able to go out there and fight crime and do good and woo, and it's good. They chip away at it. Of course, they do the work. But like, all I'm saying is the mental part of it,
I don't know if it's
Like,
a training issue so much as it is a person issue, because I wouldn't
train
say
people to
that
shoot people.
I wouldn't say that most cops are the way that you describe, but I would say that a lot of cops you see on media and such, and in
Yeah, it's a bad
areas
rap.
and in terrible areas, they tend to be that way. So, like, obviously there are some, but I wouldn't say that all of them are that way, and I wouldn't say that the training makes them that way. I would say that it's them being a bad person that makes them act
Yeah,
like
that too. Yeah,
not a cop at all.
yeah. And then what the training, what I meant with the training is, when I take somebody, right, and they're supposed to be a civil servant that comes and dies down a situation, right, and I have to teach them to come in there emotionally intelligent, emotionally aware, also more so than, like, not more so, but the same as, like, tactically aware, fucking, what your surroundings are. Like, they come and they're automatically just trying to protect themselves when their job is to protect everybody else, and that's what I noticed about cops. That's their training. Hey, give your hands up to this, don't talk to me that way. Turn your, like, they're always kind of like very, hesitant to talk to you. There are cops out there that are cool, but when I see cops and the way they interact with people that they have an interest in or that they think is like a suspect, they're just like, there's no trust and, community in that shit.
I agree.
And that's where you need the
with
training for, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
Like,
fear is great too with the bad. Plus missionary position, you're fucked. Like, what he's saying, like, for real, is like, bro, we're all human, man. Like,
yeah.
Fear is, they want to live too, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah. We're all human and they want to live too. But I'm saying that's part of the training, though, because if
Oh,
they also
yeah.
put them
It's
to look at
not,
a situation when they're coming into a place like where, hey, we know for sure that there's people that have mental disorders because we interact with these people every day. But most of them ignore the mental disorders, and that's how kids that are like autistic running around in front of their house get shot by police. Because they didn't know that
But that
connection to the
doesn't
it's
neighbor.
also
happen
And those
how
people were
often.
trying
That's
to
not
tell
like.
them
up
that an
school.
ambulance was coming, right? And they were trying to tell the cops the ambulance was coming. Why this kid that's legally autistic, right? That has episodes, that has panic attacks, takes medicine, everything, and they killed him. And this is one of many people that are kind of like psychotic, or not even just psychotic, but like mentally disabled, that have been killed by the police because the police don't know enough when they show up somewhere. And that's what the training I'm talking about. Counterintelligence, knowing where you're showing up to.
They
You're not
aren't
giving the
trained.
cops the tools. You're not giving them
They
the
are
tools.
not therapists, though. They can't adhere
They're
to
social
every.
workers, though, and it's not being
Social
a
workers
therapist,
aren't
it's knowing where
therapists
you're coming.
either.
They
They have
want to
to
go
give you the
home
therapy.
to their
Yeah.
family.
They have to
I
give.
know
They
that
have to
part. I
refer
know
you
that
to
part,
it.
and that's part of the
It's
training
not the
too. But
cop's job to assess that. And if the cop's life is in danger, they're supposed to eliminate the threat before it eliminates them. So if
yeah, of
they
course,
feel
yeah.
in danger, they need to eliminate the threat first. And I also wanted to say before that the kind of training that you're expecting of them, this whole like putting others' lives first,
More
that's
schooling,
military
more
training. That's a
schooling.
completely different job that you're expecting of them. Only
Yeah,
people
but
in the
it's more.
military are willing to die for any of these scenarios. An officer is not supposed to have that selflessness.
Yeah, but to me, it's like this. It's more schooling. And officers, to me, they do have selflessness when they sign up for that badge because they're signing up to protect people. So
To a
every single
degree.
one of them that sign up for that, they are selfless by definition because they're signing
Yeah,
up to
to a
risk their
degree.
lives to go out there and fight crime. So when they're doing that and they're fighting crime, if they want to be these so-called heroes, don't go out there because you want to be a big bad motherfucker with a badge, or you want to just go out there and patrol the streets and try to control situations that you don't even know how to control because you don't have the emotional intelligence or training to deal with the emotional intelligence. So you end up pew-pewing people, or you end up abusing your authority, or you end up doing one thing that might fuck up your career because you didn't want to think about that stuff, or you weren't trained that way and you got set up to do that because somebody gave you the power and told you this, and that, and that's how to be a cop. When really it's like, no, you are a civil servant. You work for the city. You're gonna protect people, and that's what you signed up for. That's why we're gonna play the bagpipes when you die. That's why you're gonna have your pension. That's why we're gonna make sure
They don't
that
have to protect someone else's life over their life. They're not signing off to do that. There's nothing that says you have to be willing to die before someone else dies. You don't have to trade your life for someone else's. They're not signing their
That's
life
the
in that
clause
way.
in the contract, though. That's
No,
that's the
no, it's
clause in the
not. The contract
because
is that
when you're a
there's
boxer,
a
right?
possibility of you dying. Are you okay with
No, there is a
there's a
possibility of
possibility.
you
That
dying.
doesn't
That's the
mean that
clause in
they
the
have to
contract.
let a threat kill them. That doesn't mean they have to let someone kill them. They're
No,
allowed
you
to
don't
shoot
let a
back.
threat kill you. I'm saying that no matter
Right.
what, if you
And
get in a gunfight
also,
with somebody trying to
it's
protect people at the mall, you are by definition being selfless and risking your life and being a hero.
it's the parents' obligation to ensure that their child is in a healthy state of mind. It's their obligation to put the child through therapy. It's their
But we're
obligation
not
to
talking.
prevent these episodes and to
But we're
prevent
not
the
talking about
child
children, though.
from running into the street or whatever, or attacking another person or harming another child. That's the parent's job. The officer would have to get so many different licenses in order to assess certain mental disorders. It is unreasonable to expect that of a human being. That's crazy.
Well, no. It's not to
They're
assess
human
mental
beings
disorders.
too.
It's to
You
have.
want them to be so sympathetic to these people, but you're not being sympathetic to them at all. You want them to be mindless robots that just respond.
No, it's not nothing like that. I'm saying this. We're not talking about kids, by the way. We're talking about police officers that sign up, right? And by definition, they're being selfless because they're trying to fight crime. But
Yeah,
there are
but you're
other
mad when they
people.
kill someone because
I'm mad when
they
anybody
felt
gets
like they
killed
were
for
in
no reason.
danger.
No. I'm saying they when they approach people, right? Even when they're not in danger, they act that way. And I'm not fucking saying that like that's all the way a bad thing. All I'm saying is that's not a way that you're gonna like gain trust in your community when there's people that see all these cops that get a bad rap all the time, right? And then they go up and try to talk to a cop and they're just kind of standoffish, and rather than just trying to understand at least the people in their community. It's one thing when you're at a big event or something and there's people from all around, like, from different counties and stuff like that. Yeah, you would kind of want to be more aware in that. But when it comes to the community that you're doing your route in every day, that you're doing your daily beat, you should know all those people. That way, when you're pulling up to those places, you know what you could be potentially encountering.
I
And
don't
I'm
know
not telling
those
nobody to
cops,
be a
and they don't
therapist.
know
I'm not
me,
telling
bro.
nobody
They
to be a
don't fuck with
therapist.
me. I don't
I'm not
fuck
telling
with
people
them,
to
bro.
access mental illness.
Telling you.
I'm telling people that they should have the tools when they're pulling up somewhere to know what the fuck they're dealing with. So at least they have some kind of idea, rather than pulling up and they don't know what if this guy's having an episode because his mom just died or whatever, and they kill him too, instead of just closing the door, locking him in there by himself.
But what do they do to get killed,
Fucking
bro?
whoever needs to,
Like, they're not just gonna kill me.
you know what I'm saying? As long as there's not a gun involved or something, If he's in there
What
just
are these
acting up and
people
shit,
doing to get killed, bro?
I just feel like the situations you explain are
there's
so
a lot of people, bro,
specific
that
and
go suicide,
particular.
that go unaliving by police, bro. There's a lot of people.
I understand,
That's
but
just,
bro,
that's one
like
of a lot
if
of
I'm
people's
going to
favorite
my
way of going.
brother's house, bro, no one's just gonna shoot me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the same time, Tim, if you answer the door with a gun in your hand, they're gonna treat you a little bit different, bro.
Well, why would you answer the
Because
door
it's
with
gonna
the
be
gun
different.
in your hand if you
Hey,
know it's the
somebody, because
police?
that's your Second Amendment right. You could do that. But if you
With
answer
the
the door
police,
with
though?
something in your hand that even looks like a gun, like that's what they do, bro. They're trained to be scared like
Well,
that.
that's just
And
the
they're
risk you
already
take
scared
when you
too, on
open
top
the
of all
door
the
with
shit
the
they've
gun
probably
in
seen
your
every
hand,
day.
bro.
So I think, maybe, we should assess the problem as far as community goes. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling nobody to be a therapist. I'm just saying, when you're going somewhere,
I
these
think
people have
if a
already had the
cop
police
feels
called on
like
them before. That situation.
I feel like if
Tim.
a cop feels like there's somebody that's endangering him, he should fucking just put one between his fucking.
Tim,
Yeah.
you haven't told this dude I'm a cop yet?
He's been a cop for
Yeah.
10 years, man.
Yeah,
He's
but
been shot 6 times by 4 fucking guys, 3 midgets, and
I
like
just-
the fucked up part is.
Hey,
The
3
fucked
quarter
hey,
up
but I
part
never
is
said I hate
3
cops,
11.
though. You know what I'm
3
saying?
quarter 11.
I look at
He's like
flaws in the system and I point them out.
Magic Johnson,
I don't hate
dude.
cops. I already called them heroes and everything, bro. So don't think I hate cops. It's just, I don't like the system, That's why I don't blame
Right.
immigrants. I blame the system, bro, because you
Ryan,
wouldn't have an immigrant problem if the system was a little bit
It
better.
is what it is.
You wouldn't.
I would
know?
I would
It's
definitely
system
say the
sucks.
bigger problem is deeper in the system, though.
But-
Like
And
within
if
the
you didn't
core.
have like so much greed in the current capitalistic system too, you wouldn't have world hunger and fucking high ass fucking rent and fucking people want to charge you more money just because you got married.
That's California and the liberals' fault, bro. I'm
No, bro.
I'm
whose
sorry,
fault it is?
homie. I'm sorry, homie.
China's fault, okay? It's
No,
China's
no.
fault. And
California.
Canada's too. It's China and Canada's fault, bro. Okay?
China.
That's it. That's who has to be
China.
China's fault. Okay? Not California.
Hey, fuck all 3 of them. To me.
Hey, California, 81.4 billion dollars given back into the U.S. economy. You know how much Texas took? 74.2. They took it.
Wow.
So thank you, California, for adding to the economy, for being the big engine of the American
California's
economy.
the best.
Thank you, California.
We love
Look,
California.
we love California because you got the best weed in the world. You got the best weed in the whole wide world. The fucking Emerald Triangle.
I'm reading you, by the way,
land of the free California.
I can't be reading all the comments with it.
Hell yeah.
You don't know how?
Rainbow
No, I said I don't agree
flags.
with
No
them
guns,
the-
but California.
Don't forget to duck the piss and the shit in the street and all the tents and shit.
Yeah.
Duck them.
I blame capitalism for that because that happens everywhere. And
Fire.
It's bad out here, bro, with the homeless population, but you're gonna get that with a big ass population that grows every year.
Bro, with your governor, you're going to get that because he's a fucking piece of shit.
He's gonna leave pretty soon. I hope he does.
He's a fucking.
But at the same time, hey, I like it when he gets up there and puts the numbers for. He represents the West Coast, bro. Right? When he goes up there, like tries to debate people, because like people from Florida try to debate him. He goes, "Bro, you guys have the most COVID deaths." People from Texas try to debate him. You guys just take money from the fucking economy. You guys don't even give.
Bro, he's a tough, bro.
that's
He's
one
the
thing I respect it. When
fucking
it comes to the
dumbest
California versus,
motherfucking
like,
governor
state
there
argument,
probably is.
But hey, he never said nothing bad about Ohio, okay, Tim? Remember that.
I don't care that.
He don't have to.
Because he's
Matter
a
of fact,
fucking.
Ohio had Truthful Tim, right? Ohio had Truthful Tim Ryan, the guy that got up there and always clown everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, crazy Truthful Tim. That's why I used to call him Truthful Tim. He goes, "Hey man, we asked you guys, let's end kid poverty. You guys said no. We asked you guys if you want to do a border bill. You said no. But if it was for tax cuts, all you motherfuckers would line up right now." He said.
Hey, look.
Hey.
He never lied though. I like that guy. He didn't get reelected, but he used to really go up there and say some shit, and I would laugh at him.
Ryan wanted to suck him off.
Yeah, Tim Ryan had to go though. He left, bro. He didn't
See,
get
that's how he
reelected.
knows. That's how you know it's a lie.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, like I just listen to what people say. I didn't care what he was doing. He was telling the truth, bro. It's kind of like when Trump could do hella fucked up ass shit, but sometimes he'll tell the truth, and everybody's like, yeah. So it's like it was like that. That was my opinion.
Ryan wanted to give Tim Ryan a fucking.
Nope.
He fucking funny, bro. That fool was
Ryan.
funny.
Nobody.
Ryan,
Nope.
what's your opinion on Joe Biden's last presidency? Did you think it was successful?
Hell yeah.
You think so, Zach?
Totally.
It was the
That
best.
guy was on
It
his
was.
shit.
He's the best president we've ever had.
Literally,
Ever.
he saved this country.
Don't forget about the vice president too. What a great job.
The
I don't know
vice
what we'd
president
do
has
without
no
him.
power. At least don't say talk about Biden, but the vice president has no
All right,
power.
talk about Biden.
I was
They just
playing.
have a tiebreaker vote.
I'm playing. First
Talk
off,
about
Obama was running the show, I believe.
Not
Okay,
with
talk
Joe
about
Biden. With Joe Biden, you can pull up the CHIPS Act. You could see what he did for the VA people. He did like 7 different amendments to the VA bill that actually helped them more. He also brought us back from COVID. We were the #1 country in the world during his presidency to come back from COVID, like economically, health-wise. You know what I'm saying? Our numbers went down the fastest during his presidency. And he was at a 1.2 inflation rate by the time he got out of the office, when we were at like 2.7
Was
or
he
some shit
alive
like
when he
that. So he
left
took
the
us from
office?
like 2.7 all the way down to 1.2. Hey, all-time high
How
stock
long
market.
ago was he in
All-time
the
high
office?
stock market. You know, so
He-
hey,
dude, they
Joe's
took him
administration
out
was
of
doing all the
office.
work for him. So don't give the credit to Biden. Just give the credit to whoever was doing all the footwork for him, because
They
those
took him
people are
out
the
of
ones
office,
who did
buddy.
it, not him.
They took him out of office.
Oh yeah, and we were drilling more oil than ever. So when Trump's like drill baby drill, if you look at the records of like how much oil we were drilling a lot of fucking oil under the Biden administration, a lot, bro.
I feel like everything you just said is a complete opposite.
Everything. I'm fucking losing my fucking mind here.
You know, you could look at it. You could look at all these stuff. He had the
Okay.
all-time high stock market.
He
added
literally
7
cut
amendments
off
to the
a
VA
major
bill.
oil pipeline.
True. He
cut
did the
off
CHIPS
a
Act.
major oil pipeline and caused inflation.
Yeah, you're talking about the Russian pipeline, but also you could also equate inflation to what Trump did during COVID. You know, Trump gave out all the money first. He's the one who shut down the country. He let Jared Kushner, when nobody was drilling oil, sell 16 fucking American-owned oil rigs to the Saudis, and he walked away with $2 billion, which the U.S. citizens didn't even get to see any of that shit. On top of that, there was like hella different reasons.
Jim, drink some
I
coffee.
don't want to fucking close my browser, man. Let me see. Is my tablet on right now? Okay, so I'm gonna plug this for a
Yeah,
I'm at 36.
it's fucking coffee time, bro. I'm gonna make a cup of coffee.
But yeah, there's like 5 different key reasons to why Trump caused all that inflation, though. You know,
But why did that? Why
he
did that
added
not
8 point something trillion to the deficit.
Get that coffee.
Why did that
Biden
not
only
affect
added-
the people?
Why does what not affect the people?
Yeah, why did that not affect the people? Why were people less negatively affected in their income when Trump was president?
Hold on real quick.
Why were people suffering and struggling income-wise significantly more when Biden was president?
Because the living wages, no matter who the president was, right, has never caught up with the whatchamacallit, the price of living and the interest rates of everything. You know what I'm saying? So like after COVID, let's rewind, right? In 2018 and 2017 and 16, you know what happened? There was no fucking COVID, bro. And everything was cheaper because we were doing world trade with everybody. There's plenty of people working in the fields. Obama and Biden deported more people than Trump did. Trump he deported a lot of people, but not as many people as Obama did or Biden did. You know what I'm saying? They deported more people. So when Trump shut down the country, right, and you have all these legacy farms, which are farms that would be owned like by regular people like us, right? That actually get government subsidies, and they get these immigrants to come do the work and pick all the fruits. That's how you get local food markets, and that's how you get your fruit and vegetables for cheap locally, because you got people picking the fruits. So when you shut down the fucking country and you got a bunch of fruit rotting in the field, right, and there's no immigrants there, there's nobody that could work, even if they did want to work, because you told everybody not to work, Donald Trump, right? So you got all this, and then the gas things. He shut down all the fucking, pretty much like all the fucking oil companies stopped pumping gas like at that rate they were. So we put a pause on the amount of gas that we were pumping out because nobody could work together. Because they had the
When
whole
did Trump
6
tell
rule.
people not to work?
That was during the Fauci thing. He listened to what Fauci said. Fauci said, "Hey, people need to be 6 feet, and if you have this many workers, you need to cut your things pretty much half, dude. So if you had a fucking workforce of 1,000, it was going to get cut in half.
So, Debo wants to know, what about the trip at the Oval Office on air?
Bring him up.
Down the stairwells, lost in a maze as Unc Joe was.
Look, that has nothing to do with the fuck I'm talking about right now. I'll answer that right now.
What about?
I'm trying to lead up to explain to Zah how the fucking how people get disillusioned with thinking that Trump had the best economy. The pandemic is what fucked up the economy, and greed and capitalism also. So it wasn't so much Donald Trump. It was the kind of a domino effect that Donald Trump set up so people could take advantage of a national crisis. So when you don't have people,
bro, the pandemic was brought on to Trump. It wasn't like he inherited.
Right.
Yeah, that's
exactly that's what I'm trying to.
Dude, Trump inherited that before the pandemic. This shit was going very well. Ever since Biden took over, we never recovered.
Yeah.
We still haven't recovered to this day. It's been worse and worse and worse and worse. And to this day, we haven't recovered. He was absent as a president for the last year, at the least. Nobody could hear from him from interviews. He would do interviews outside of his home. No one knew where he was at. When he did, he would fall asleep. He would stutter and embarrass himself. He was an embarrassment. If that were Donald Trump doing that, you guys would be falling over in your seats.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely. 100%.
Instead, it's like, this shit's a fucking hilarious.
It is funny.
This dude's running circles around everything that we've seen for the last
It's pretty
4
fucking
years.
funny. I can't believe. I don't know where he gets his information, but I'd love to find out.
Dude even gets any type of props. It's crazy to me, considering his son was taking money and illegally from 2 different countries, and under Joe Biden's, under his watch, and got caught, but got pardoned and never got in trouble for it. But yet that's okay. And the worst thing you can say about Trump is that he paid a fucking prostitute to be quiet. That's crazy.
Okay, I'm just trying to finish my story about like how inflation started. That's all I was trying to say.
Fucking
So,
inflation.
Where was I at?
I just told you, bro, the inflation started because the pandemic started. Trump had to do what he had to do at the beginning. I don't agree with a lot of this stuff, but that was all brought onto him. That wasn't like, he had to try to get us out of it. Biden
you can't really
chance to get into it and actually have a plan. Not that it worked, because he failed. That shit failed, bro. He fucked that shit all up. Don't say that he got us up out of anything, because he didn't. We're fucked up. For real.
Can I say anything? Okay. No. I'm trying to say how inflation started. I'm not saying whose fault it is and who isn't. I'm blaming capitalistic greed on the reason the inflation continued. Because when you shut down the fucking country, right, and people can't work, what happens? You don't got money, and people ain't going around. And the gas prices, when you're not drilling oil and when people aren't traveling, naturally go up. So that's what happened. That's why gas prices shot up to $7, because nobody was working, pumping gas. We had to save some in the fucking reserve, for just in case of emergency. We needed energy, And so that being said, if your fruit is rotting in the fields, right?
It shot up directly immediately after the oil pipeline was shut down. It wasn't even. That was not related to what Trump did, and there were plenty of people working. It just, the country was closed within its confines of itself, so people were solely working within the country. But there weren't people not working. It wasn't until they started trying to say, if you don't get this vaccine, then you're not allowed to work. That's when that was implemented. That's when people started losing their jobs, because they didn't want to be forced by their government to take a vaccine.
Sent home, dude. People got sent home from their jobs because some people weren't essential workers. You know?
Yeah, but that was because
It's
that was in the liberal states.
yeah, that was
It wasn't like
that was because they wanted to make them take
Eh.
vaccinations, and they didn't want to be forced to do that. So they got sent home, fired, because they weren't willing to put a foreign substance in their body. Yes.
Look, if you
That's
okay,
why
do you
no
think
people
do you
who do
think
that-
that you can be a doctor and not get vaccinated? Do you think that you could be an EMT and not be vaccinated? Do you think that you could serve people food when a disease that's killing multiple people, whether
Yes, because
I know
people
EMTs that aren't vaccinated.
I know people that work for the government.
Yeah, it depends on what laws they were under, whether they were under.
That are fucking.
Are you fucking new? Is this how bad California is?
Work with fucking people with COVID. What are you talking about?
you guys aren't letting me talk, so I'm not. I was just trying to talk about how inflation started. People stopped working, and when you stop working and you have rotten fruit in the fucking fields and nobody's drilling fucking oil, the gas prices are gonna shoot up because cutting that gas pipeline thing off, yeah, it went up like fucking 25 cents. Oh my god. But when fucking COVID happened, bro, that shit went up $3, bro, out here in California. My shit in California was like fucking $3.40 something, bro. And then it went up a little bit. And then when COVID happened like a month into it, bro, that shit was like $2, bro, going up, $1 going up. That shit was going up hella fucking fat, and it's still at those fucking prices to this day. So that's what I was trying to say, Tim. You're right. We haven't recovered, but at the same time, if you look at the math, bro, us compared to other countries, dealing with the economics of the situation, dealing with our country shutting down, dealing with the fucking disease that spread and destabilized a lot of fucking different infrastructures that we had going on in America that was like supposed to be economically beneficial towards us, right? Didn't fucking happen because of this stupid ass pandemic. So what I'm saying is, whether Trump inherited it or not, the administration should have handled it just a little bit better, right? Well, instead of just giving everybody fucking stimulus checks and telling everybody, oh, you can't work and this and that, we should have been drilling more oil at least. Keeping the people working in the fields. Keep people fucking drilling oil. Maybe not sell us 16 oil rigs when we're supposed to be drilling oil. Maybe not fucking telling people that, oh yeah, you got to take this or you can't work in places where it's not essential to take that. But I feel like if you work in the food industry, if you work in the fucking health industry, then you're automatically like not just signing the papers and shit and the laws saying that you have to be like hygienic and have to follow certain fucking laws, even during the pandemic when it's required to take a fucking flu vaccine, whatever, dude. You're not going to be exempt from that unless you're working solo somewhere. But if you have to work around other fucking people and you have to serve food to people, or you have to go do a surgery on an old lady, bro, there's just certain health requirements. And if you're able to do it, then do it. And if you want a private practice, then do it. But if you're going to be publicly, doing this shit, bro, like, it's just, I don't know, man. If you're fucking a soccer referee or some shit like that, yeah, maybe whatever. If you're a stalker at Walmart overnight, that's different. But if you're working with people, then I wouldn't want no sick ass motherfucker working on my mom while she's trying to do surgery. I wouldn't want that shit.
You know how many people seek doctors that aren't vaccinated because they don't want to get their fucking shit and they don't want to be around someone that practices that practice? I do. I know tons of people that do. So I guess it depends on what your bag of tea is, bro. Because I know plenty of people that don't want to be around that shit.
Exactly, bro. Not everybody want to be around a sick motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some people don't even have the fucking
Yeah, and the vaccinated people get sick as fuck, bro. And they do something called shedding, and they press their mRNA onto other people.
Look it up.
So it's like the people that are really being affected are the ones that don't want it.
also, like, these people, like, a lot of these people went to college to have these careers, and they can't just immediately switch their job. They need to work that job, and no government, I don't care what government it is, no government should be allowed to force you to put any substance in your body. That once they try to do that, you should be suspicious of your government. That's
Hell yeah. 1000%.
Yeah.
Hey Tim, I'm just curious. Can you look up the percentage of American doctors who took the vaccine and decided to keep
I
working?
don't really want to get into that topic, bro, too much.
I'm just wondering because I've never looked it up.
I know
I'm
this.
wondering.
I'll tell
I'm
you.
even wondering.
You should.
I'll
Man. Come
tell you
back next time.
my own personal story.
I'm just wondering.
My doctor told me that I don't need that shit. If I don't want it, tell anybody to kick rocks. And my doctor,
Yeah,
tells
because
me
that's what he's supposed to tell you.
what to do, dude.
That's exactly what he's supposed to tell you, bro. He's supposed to tell you if you don't want to take something, don't take it. That's my expert opinion, and I think that to me that's a big duh. Because I don't tell people that you should take the vaccine, but I tell people that hey, if you want to be a doctor and a civil servant like an EMT or something, and your job is to go to people that are like health wise vulnerable, then maybe you should come equipped with things to where it's like because the vaccine does help with the
hand
symptoms, bro. Like I can catch it still. What? Well, you guys are already saying masks don't work, so why would that work?
Like,
I'm saying you do exactly. So you would agree with me that you do all the preventive measures, right?
I mean, yeah, the doctors would obviously.
Thank you.
If they're not,
Got her, Tim.
Getting vaccinated.
Got her. No. Are you gonna no? I'm just fucking around.
Gotta turn your mic down a little bit.
Anyways, bro, but like,
yeah, like they literally already take precautions. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, I personally don't think like.
Well, I don't know. When they came to my house and my grandpa fell, they weren't wearing no mask or none of that shit, bro. My grandpa fell in the backyard.
I apply a lot of personal experiences and personal emotions to your view.
Okay, for instance, okay, well, how about the football games that I've been at before? They never pulled up in no mask and shit when a kid had a seizure on the field, not knowing what's wrong with them. They weren't wearing no mask, and they put on gloves when they barely got them. And then there's been a lot of other situations where I've seen it like that. I'm not saying that.
What happened? But what happened?
A seizure is not a disease that's
no. All I'm saying is like there's plenty of experiences where like I rarely see them wear masks, even when they enter somebody's home. I rarely see them wear masks or
they
so.
know that the situation is not a threat to that degree. But if someone has the plague, they're gonna wear a mask and a hazmat suit. Like it's very simple.
I've never worn a mask before.
I don't know. It's just like that to me. I just feel like there's a social duty that we gotta do. Nobody has to take the fucking vaccine, but if you want to take part in healthcare and taking care of elderly and taking care of the sick, you should do your best to stay healthy to be able to serve these people that for the better instead of coming around them with the fucking flu because you think this and that, right? Then just do something else because I would not want my grandma to be working around somebody like that. I'm sorry. I wouldn't want my grandma just passed away, God bless her soul. And all those people that, worked on her, they were always wearing masks. When I was in there the past couple of days, they were always checking on her, making sure her water and her ventilator was good, letting me know everything that's going on with her. They weren't being negligent at all. So I would like that to, and
that's because they're working with the elderly.
I just lost my grandma as well. We put her in a safe spot. And somebody had come to grab her, and without our knowing, took her to the hospital, got the jab, and within a week she died.
Yeah, because not everybody can handle that, and that's why you discuss with your doctor and you take a physical and you see if you need it or not. You know what I'm saying? And if you're healthy enough to fight off the COVID virus, then do it. But also take measures around the people you love because you don't know if they can handle it or not. And you're going to be thinking in your head, that, oh, damn, maybe that could have been me. I wouldn't want that. And you can still spread it while you're vaccinated, but you won't have the symptoms is what I'm saying, because I caught it after I was vaccinated, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I didn't have the same symptoms I did when it first came around in April.
I never caught it.
That shit had me sniffling, fucking
we
coughing,
shouldn't
you
talk.
know. But when I was vaccinated, I just had a headache, bro, and that's it,
I never
you
had
know.
none of that shit. I never had none of
But
that
everybody's
shit.
different, you know. But like, all I'm saying is, you know, if you want to work with people or the elderly or the sick,
But
then
I had
you,
none
you
of
might
that
want to,
shit,
you know,
bro.
change professions if you don't want to do that, you know,
Sick from fucking
Yeah.
getting sick than getting sick,
because
not getting sick. If you dig what I'm saying.
yeah, and then never fucking, you know. And I'm sorry about what happened to your grandma, man. Like that, you know, that resonates with me because like my grandma literally died like 3 days ago, bro. So like,
I'm sorry
you
to hear
know,
that,
so
bro.
yeah, so that resonates with me. So that's all I'm saying. When I think about my grandma, would I want somebody that like thinks like hella anti-medicine working on my grandma, or that's hella anti-science or something? No, I would want somebody that, you know, paid attention in school, didn't listen to whatever meme or whatever they wrote, you know, or whatever political figure or whatever told them, you know what I'm saying? Because I waited for a long time to take the vaccine, and they didn't even tell me at my job because I did social work, right? But at the same time, when I started there at that resort, I was only washing dishes, and then I was able to isolate myself because we were a crew of 4 of night cleaners, so we were able to isolate all of ourselves. So I was still able to work, but there's other people that are actual cooks, and they were giving the main cooks that alternate them, like the sous chefs, that ones that are in the front with all around all the fish, and because they were making all these bogus laws, but yeah, if you're serving food and shit, or if you're dealing with the sick, I just think it's like it's kind of an obligation, bro,
I
to
think
be as healthy as you can be,
if you
and
take the jab,
to do the math, you know what I'm saying?
you're more of a
And
liability.
and then
And
put yourself in a moral situation also though too, to you know, not be the the sum to that problem, you know what I'm saying? Like the main common denominator to that problem, you know? Like I want to.
No, because my grandma's 94. She lived through the whole entire thing. Nobody in my family got it. They take care of her to this day. And she's 95, 94 years old, 95. And she's perfectly fine.
I wanted to
Well,
say,
you know, not perfectly fine, but, you know, has nothing to do with that shit.
I wanted to say I listen to my body more than I listen to anyone else because I've been tested like 2 separate times for COVID, and they said that I had it both of those times, and didn't feel sick at all. I was not sick, and I was around people, and they had gotten tested recently. Like I had some friends that were teachers, they got tested. They never tested positive, even though I tested positive. I never felt anything, and I never got the vaccine. So none of it made any sense. So I was like, okay, if I'm not getting sick, I don't need the vaccine. My body's fine.
bless you.
It just didn't really make sense to me. It was strange. And the one time that I did feel sick, I felt extremely sick. They tested me and they said that I had the common cold.
Yeah.
That it wasn't COVID.
And
And they did a COVID test too. They did both.
When I got mine, they gave me it was a month. It was 2 weeks probably before the shutdown. My ex-fiance, lost her job. She worked at an Italian restaurant. They all of a sudden one morning we get a phone call. It says, "Oh, you don't have a job anymore. You know, don't worry about coming in and everything." We were packed up and gone. They're already fucking back in fucking flying back to Italy. And then she gets sick as hell because of some kid in there, right? And it comes up.
He's pro.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, I got you. Where was I? Shit. They flew to Italy. She has no job. We get sick as hell because one of the kids in there got sick. Now this is before everybody went into this is before the lockdown, this is before they shut down the airports, all that shit. Like me and her, I'm laying in bed. Now this is like 4 days of us being sick. We don't know I just thought I was hungover, honestly. She was dying. She's in the other room. She stayed in that room. I stayed in here. Dude, I'm sleeping like the whole time. And she's like, I need a ride to the hospital. And I'm like, I'm like barely lifting up my arm. Like I can't fucking drive you to the hospital. I'm sick. You know? He fucking drove herself. I didn't even know. I was still sleeping. She drove
that shit was
herself to the
fucking with people,
hospital. She
bro.
gets tested, right? She comes back with this sheet that says fucking unknown virus. That's what
Yeah.
the fuck we got,
I'm
dude.
done with this topic, bro.
Unbelievable.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, all I'm saying is this: when it comes to medicine, right? Instead of
Jesus Christ, I said I was done. Nah, bro, we ain't talking about this shit no more.
all right, what do you guys want to talk about? Aliens again? You want to talk about aliens? Want to see if see if we can determine whether they got the fucking they got the fire or not? The fire.
Aliens.
I think they're in the ocean,
What
man.
are aliens, though, dude? Illegal aliens? Or like aliens, like could be like fallen angels or aliens.
Fallen angels, that could be something, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Or we could be like reading all this ancient stuff, and then these are all the people that thought they were fallen angels, but really they were fucking aliens, and now we're over here thinking like it's those same fallen angels because all the texts and the ancient texts we've been reading all these years, so it's kind of like this cycle of human shit, like this human paradox, like they were never angels in the first place. These motherfuckers are from like fucking Andromeda.
I have no idea.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it could be a paradox like that too, man, because history repeats itself, man, and maybe that's what some of those Egyptians thought, that they were angels, but they're really aliens.
There was definitely civilizations before us, so
yeah, that's awesome shit too.
There's proof of that type of stuff. Civilizations and civilizations, that shit's crazy.
They saw some crazy shit, probably.
Yeah, so I would love to see how, but I know illegal alien women get a debate. I know I'm trying to end it right now, dude. I started to talk about illegal aliens. I'm like, let's save that for tomorrow night, bro.
We can do whatever fucking debate y'all want to do, man.
I'm too tired. Tomorrow night we can talk that shit. Tonight I just ate an espresso bean though, Ryan.
Well,
but I feel like we maxed out for the night, Bubba. I think we're going for 3.5 hours. I think it's the perfect time.
Yeah, I came into where y'all's all tied up.
Oof. Well, thank you for letting me be here.
Yeah.
Anytime, Zah.
Thank you, Zah.
What else was I gonna say? He said illegal alien debate. He wanted to know if you were pro. Yeah, he's pro, dude.
I'm not like pro-vaccine the way he's thinking though, because I don't like being put in that label, and I think it's thinking like he's pro-vaccine. He got some fucking, a vaccine kit in his house type shit. No, bro. I'm telling you that when it comes to medicine, right? That shit works for certain people. It might not work for you. You might not want to believe it, but don't fuck it up. Don't try to make something that could save somebody's life potentially, like and just make it seem like it's this fucking big old thing. Give them a chance to make the choice themselves. I'm pro. I'm not anti or pro vaccine. I'm just like, don't make this situation that can like literally save certain people, right?
Right.
Just kind of weird ass fucking game or some kind of trolling shit. It's medicine, bro. And whether we like it or not, a lot of people died, bro. So we gotta take that serious to some extent. Just like when a flu virus comes around or a certain strain of the flu that's like naturally born in America, right? And maybe kids are getting really sick, and it's giving them like lung problems, not maybe killing them, and we're noticing that. We have to like look to some kind. Oh, hey, Tylenol, by the way, will help with this or this. Oh no, I don't believe in Tylenol because they came from the Nazis or some weird shit like that, right? Knowing that could probably save your child. That's the point I'm making. It's like, hey, yeah, do your research about the vaccine and tell people to research. But before you start talking shit on it and all that you're not even giving them an opportunity to go do the research themselves. you know? And so I'm not pro-vaccine. I'm not anti-vaccine. I'm fucking pro-research, bro. And pro fucking like, because these guys, there are fucking a lot more good doctors in my opinion than there is bad doctors. And they're doing the research, bro. These people that are making these medicines and shit, they're doing the research. And a lot of them are working fucking hard to make sure our kids can go to school and not having to worry about fucking getting some crazy ass fucking shit, you know? That they're not ready to deal with.
It'll take 10 years to figure out.
So
what
do the research. Pro research. That's all I'm saying. Pro research. That's all I'm saying. I'm not a fucking pro vaxxer or anti-vaxxer. I'm
That's
pro
why I
research.
didn't take it.
Exactly. And that was your choice, bro. And God bless you, you know? And that's what I told everybody. You know? Like,
it is
so,
what it is.
yeah, so I'm not like, hey, you gotta take this or you can't work here anymore. But I also realize that there's responsibilities within responsibilities. Sorry, dude. Look, I'm looking on TV right now and I'm reading that this shit's killing how many people, like whether it's Ebola or this. Hey, motherfucker, Ebola's going around right now. But if you don't want to fucking like, you know, do the precautions to like protect my grandma while you're supposed to, you gotta get the fuck out of here. You know? Because you're pretty much saying fuck my grandma and not taking the situation serious, you know? There's responsibilities within responsibilities when it comes to certain jobs, you know? And that's all I'm saying. I'm not pro-vax, I'm not anti-vax, but I am pro-responsibility, you know?
Anti-vax. That's just
I'm pretty much, I'm an anti-vaxxer, bro. I'm an anti-vaxxer, nigga.
I just want to just go down 8.
I'm a fucking Doc Fauci. Like we got a prank call Fauci one day, bro. I'm gonna fucking find his number. We're gonna prank call him on the live, bro. We'll get like fucking 100,000 views that way, bro. Hello, Fauci. Hello, Fauci. Your sister get his ring and just hang up.
We would not be in very good. We would be in trouble.
Oh, bro, prank calling Fauci? No, hell no, we wouldn't, bro. Like, who's this?
What do you think Fauci's doing right now, dude?
Right now at 1:48. It depends on what time he is. Is that motherfucker on Mountain Time?
I don't even know where he lives. I don't even know if he lives in America or what.
You know, he on Caribbean. Yeah, is he even in America right now? Oh, he's like probably like, oh, this nigga got elected. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Now she flew the coop. Yeah, bro. Imagine that though.
Let's smoke one. Zah, you got something packed up?
No,
No, but I can pack real quick.
I swear, Tim, you probably get like fucking 20,000 views prank calling that guy, bro. That shit will be fucking funny, and I'll do it on my.
Set it up to where I'll have Skype and this.
Yeah. We'll just call a bunch of different offices, bro. We'll call like Nancy Pelosi's office. We'll call fucking like, you know, Candace Owens for no reason. We'll just call Arnold Schwarzenegger and tell him, hey, bro, run again real quick. Just fucking come on, bro. We wanna let you cook again.
I'll talk to Owens all day, man.
You know, just get him all hyped up to see if he actually goes on TV. We'll be like, that was because of us, Tim. We hyped him up. We hyped up the fucking Terminator, Tim.
Yeah, for real.
You know? If we do get a hold of him and, you know, just hype him up real quick and just see if it works, you know? Next day he's on TV talking about, I'm ready for re-election. Oh, fuck, bro. It worked.
I'm getting my bowl.
Oh, my goodness. I'm smoking on that peanut butter breath again. I'm
smoking on Government Oasis.
I'm smoking
Government Oasis.
Cap junkies again. Cap junkies again.
No, that's not Kristen. That is Candy.
Oh, hi,
Candy.
Serenity. I'm so sorry. I just saw you say hi. I'm so sorry. I don't know if she's still here. Fuck. Feel bad. She said hi to me.
I saw that movie Thunderbolts. That shit is hard as fuck.
I'm watching the views just struggle to get over it. Like, it's weird. It like got over to like a certain number, then it just dropped down a whole bunch of views. And now it's like trying to wake up and then it dropped down again. I don't know what the fuck. YouTube, I don't get you. You're weird as shit, dude. YouTube.
I think it's because at a certain time too, the algorithm changes. Like, that's what like I've heard other people say before. Like at a certain time when they're on, if it changes, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of viewers will go to something else, or I forgot what they said, but it's like some kind of weird shit with the algorithm. But he said something to that degree, like, you know, the time switches or something, you have to restart to get those viewers back or something like that.
Oh shit.
But I don't know if he was just talking about TikTok or what, because he had multiple streams going up.
Cake mix. That sounds delicious. Yeah.
What is it?
Cake mix. I think
That
Alex
sounds
said.
good, Candy.
Alex said he's smoking cake mix.
Candy's always smoking on some
That
fire.
sounds fire.
Yeah, I ain't never heard of that. Yeah, what?
That sounds
Ghetto.
fire. The Cavs play
How much
game
is it?
1 tomorrow against Indiana.
Candy, if you find some fucking purple lightsaber, I will fucking pay you to mail that shit to me. I will fucking pay you 3 times or whatever the fuck it's worth. If you can find some purple lightsaber, I will fucking pay that shit, dude. I'll pay for the fucking post, the shipping, all that shit. Purple lightsaber, dude. Okay?
He's so willing. He's like, I will pay for the gas it takes to get to the post office.
Fucking purple lightsaber, dude. I'm telling you. Had that shit in fucking Oakland, California, bro. Got it from fucking Purple Hearts. Never had no fucking weed like that ever.
That's like
since that day.
super boof. If you get it, fucking find it, get it. I've been looking forever. Can't find it. Found some seeds. Fucking bought 8 of them.
Definitely
I think I'll be good on super boost for a while.
I might keep getting more.
I got fucking 8
California,
goddamn
though, bro,
seeds.
we have moon rocks out here, but I hate the fucking kind of bud they use for it. It gets on my nerves. Like,
Yeah,
some like Bammer weed, and then they'll infuse it with like the diamond.
Yeah,
and
that's
all
how they
that
do
shit,
it.
and it's just like,
That's how they get you. That's how they get
hated
you.
that shit, bro. You get
Okay, I'm
headaches
ready
and
to
shit,
smoke.
you know?
Are y'all ready to smoke?
I'm ready to smoke.
Fuck yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, so I don't fuck with moon rocks no more after that, man.
Yeah, moon rocks are too sticky. They fucking clog up my shit. Not my favorite.
If you can come across some good ones, you know what I'm saying, that actually have fire ass bud and it's fresh, they barely put all the keys and infused it and all that. That's good, but
My
the ones that's been, like,
buddies,
sitting in the jar in the club,
they just make their own. They don't fuck around with it.
yeah, because if you go to the club, they've been sitting there for a long time.
I've only had like one good moon rocks and it was perfect. Like the outside had that like keef and it was like sticky, but when you broke it, it like cracked open and it was just like rich goodness. Like it wasn't like sticky, it was like dry bud, but not
I've had
not
some
dry
like
in a
that
bad way.
too.
It was just ready. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had
It's supposed
some
to be
like
doughy.
that too.
That's why, like, it's supposed to be doughy on the top, and once you break through, it's supposed to just be able to crack.
Yeah, I hate when it I
Have a
hate
little
when the
bit of
whole thing is like
gooiness.
saturated.
Yeah, and it's like brown. I hate
Yeah.
that shit. They take like, some Bammer weed and then they put a bunch of Keith and shit that they made from the Bammer weed, and then
And
make
you put it in
moon
your
rocks out of
grinder and it
Oh yeah,
fucking ruins
fucking
you.
makes it worse.
Yeah, you're like
Yeah, man, fucking the moon rock game is all fucked up out here. I don't fuck with that shit.
I like bubble hash. I like bubble hash personally.
Bubble hash is fire. But yeah, to me, that's
And
just like
I
for
like
special
my dabs
occasions.
that I've been smoking on. They're nice as shit. I ain't gonna lie. I've watched this. Views go down. We went down. I don't know how. Don't make no sense. Yeah, we usually do, Candy. We usually come across the same shit. You're right. We do. But I don't know if we're gonna get these 4 fucking. Here we go. Alright. Well. Fuck, dude. What you smoking on again, right?
Yeah.
Junkie?
Junkie.
Are you getting tired of smoking the same shit, or what's up?
It's fucking fire.
It's just gas. You don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
Nice. I'm happy for you. That's good shit.
Yeah, shit, it's nice when you have
I have
you
to
can
keep switching
get a
up.
good
Bro.
strain. You know, just
I've got to keep switching my shit up, bro. I always
I
gotta have.
know, I feel
I'm
you,
like
but then
switching
it's
up,
again, I
switching
do
up,
that.
switching up,
You know, I
switching
got that
up.
other strain too. I don't know what it is, but you know,
Right.
that's why I did too. You know,
I just go back
so
and
I
forth,
can,
and forth.
yeah, I can go in one bag, go in the other bag, go in one bag, go in the other bag. That's no big deal. You know,
Right.
sometimes I switch it up. Sometimes I feel like just the one that day. I don't know. That's depends.
That depends. Depends on what?
Depends on how I feel that day.
Oh yeah. Did you take your Midol that day?
Yep.
Okay. Good for you. I would. What would you rather do? Take a Midol or take a vaccine?
Midol. Fucking 100 of them at once.
Midol.
Yeah, all of them.
Her name is Zah. Candy.
Hi, I'm Zah.
Hi, Zah.
Dude, the views went down, dude. I don't understand why they keep going down. They're like going backwards.
Damn, I'm bad luck.
Dude, they were doing good, and then they started going backwards. I'm like, what is going on? I want to get them up to 200. It's been at 197. It was at 205, and then it went down to 197, and now it went back up to 199, and then back down to 197. It's being a real faggot. I wanted to go up to 200, dude. You fucking faggot. Get up 3 fucking views. Give us 3 views, you motherfucker. God dang. Don't you dare tell me not to look at the studio, Tim, because I'm going to look at that motherfucker. Because I want my 3 damn fucking views, motherfucker. Hot diggity doodles. How you going to take them away from me, YouTube? What do I look like, huh? You take them away? I already had them. I don't want to get them again. This is fucking insanity. Hey, Zah, I really do appreciate you coming on. It was fun. How was it? Was it that bad?
It was intimidating.
Was it?
Yeah, but I'm having fun.
We had a couple hundred people watch.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't they talk?
Because a lot of people just sit back and watch, you know? We have 100. It says 197, but like really there was more than that. Because dude, it was way over 200. And just like,
And that's right now?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's freaking scary, man.
And you're doing fine.
Just wait till there's 10,000.
Yeah.
I won't pop in there.
You'll be alright. Bro, that's when I do my best, to be honest. When the more the merrier. Honestly. Because you're like, whatever. It's like you just feed off the energy. It's really different. You would not expect it until you're doing it. You wouldn't understand. But once you're doing it, you're like, oh shit, I get what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, legit.
Yeah.
So, But what else? We got 8 minutes till it's 4 hours, and I really want to get these last 2 views. Come on, give me 2 fucking views. I mean, this is weird. Why is it just capping me out, bro?
I don't know.
Why is it capping me out? I feel like it's your fault.
Hit the reactions, people. Help us out. Give him his 2 views so he stops bitching and moaning.
Everybody start talking in the chat. Let's get this bitch rolling. Let's get us some couple more views real fast. Fucking A. I blame the fucking A. I blame the libs.
Can't stay in there. I don't know what.
There you are, right?
Turn up. Oh shit! Are you rewatching the show already?
No, I'm trying. I can't turn it down. I'm trying to fucking see something from here. There's some old guy talking below us. And then there's some like there's some like 2 black dudes.
Dreadlock dude. Oh shit.
I don't know. Well, shit, Ryan.
I swear to God, there's a dude playing with his wrestling dolls. He's a bald dude. He's got to be in his 40s, and he's playing with his wrestling dolls right now. I swear to God. I know, you're fucking laughing, bro.
He's
Look.
playing with this wrestling dolls. Get the fuck out.
I swear to God, look.
That's fucking funny.
Get the fuck out of here.
How many people is watching him right
70 likes.
Yeah, dude.
100
It's so gay. There's
182 people. Look at this shit. Look.
Fucking shit, dude. No fucking way.
Yeah, man. Look. He's having full-on battles and wrestling matches. He's reenacting whole shit. What the flying fuck? Okay.
Well, guys, we hit 200 on the dot right now. I'm going to end it while we got it before they take it the fuck away.
Man.
I love you fucking guys.
I love y'all.
Y'all be
Love
good.
you.
Hanging out.
Peace out.
Love you. All right.
I'll see y'all tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Peace.
Later.